Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I should have fixed me something to eat around about 8 o'clock. I just not too long ago went downstairs to fix something to eat. I've been texting all day. I went to sleep, got back up, and I started texting, talking with people about what's happening in DC. I'm very disappointed. I am very, very disappointed. And I listened to Trump today. Trump is mainly targeting the inner poor black communities. Because basically that's where most of the crime is, right? Not only that, he's targeting the homeless population. So I'm listening to, you got homeless people in encampments and all that type of stuff. And you are talking about evicting homeless people out of places to go and still be homeless. If you don't have nowhere to replace them, that's not a good thing. That's not the solution. Because what they're going to do, you can evict them from one area, because that's what it's called, right? Public housing, the woods, all of that. You can evict them out of a certain area, and they're going to go around and try to find another area to sleep in. So if you don't have, now I didn't hear that part, but knowing the politicians, y'all have not set up a solution, or where if you get them out of there, you can replace them here, you can replace them there. Know why I said that? Because y'all ain't called me about my housing temporary program. Hey Steve, we're gonna give you some money to help these homeless people. Y'all ain't called me. And I'm joking in a sense in that way, right? Because I'm in Baltimore, but they got it in DC too. I'm gonna share this with a lot of y'all blind people that don't understand. The White House is the big house. All around that big house is considered as the plantation. You can't see it. You cannot see it. The big house is the White House. That's the masses plantation. The DC people. The goal is to gain control over them. And y'all cannot see what's happening. And a lot of y'all that support this, will say stuff like, oh, that's what they get. Oh, that's fine. Oh, he making things better. Where in the heck are the homeless people going to go? And y'all do not know. They passed a law, and it's Jones or Johnson versus let me get it right. I'm gonna say the Supreme Court. They passed a law that you could lock homeless people up. You can either give them a ticket for like being in a certain area, and if not that, you can turn around and lock them up. So when he mentioned things about the homeless population, and I hope I can find it on here, because the girl sent it to me in DC. She was mad. Y'all talk about me. Y'all talk about me, right? I love Baltimore City. And you know, I want the best for our people. And that hurts me to my feelings to know that I do what I do to try to help, our people. And then you got people up above us that's in control of certain areas. And I wrote this too. The president of the United States works for the people. The people do not work for the president. That's where y'all get mixed up at. And you as a politician, you work for the people. You supposed to have the best interests of the people. That's why the people voted you in. Then you get in, and then laws are being created to basically, some of them now, if y'all create laws to help better the community, then people like myself with organizations like that, we still going to encourage and motivate people to do the right things and live accordingly. If you create bad stuff that will crucify, that's just the word I want to use, to condemn people or imprison people, because that's what it is. If you break the law, you go to prison. Whichever laws that's created, and they put it on the books. I mean, they the president signed it into law. You break them, you go to prison, or you get punished.
That's her. I'm sure of it. I found all this stuff in the hospital. This is what I saw. It wasn't a face, but a mask. And these were with her. What? It's nail polish. I know the battle. It's the same. They're all from these bottles. It matches. Whatever all this is, it's way beyond ghosts. You have to touch it. What? This is nice. Where?
Oh, this is not what I was looking for. The Supreme Court ruling on homelessness. This is the one. Okay. The Supreme Court's ruling on homelessness rights. Grants Pass versus Johnson. In 2024, the Supreme Court issued a 6-3 decision in the case of City of Grant versus Johnson, significantly impacting the rights of homeless individuals across the United States. The core of the case, the central question in Grants Pass versus Johnson was whether a city could punish people for sleeping outside in public. You're talking about the homeless people. Spaces when there was no readily available shelter space. So if you can't get into a shelter and you go sleep, say on the sidewalk or somewhere like that, actually what they're doing, they could either give you a violation or they can arrest you. But you ain't got nowhere to go. Okay. See, available space to shelter. Grants Pass, Oregon had enacted ordinance that criminalized sleeping in public spaces, even for individuals who had no other choice but to sleep outside due to a lack of available shelter beds. Y'all didn't know they did this, did you? Homeless individuals in Grants Pass challenged these ordinances, arguing that they violated the 8th Amendment prohibition against cruel and unusual punishment. This was a guy talking about how you got homeless people, you got people they can't get into a shelter. So for a lot of y'all that think Trump, no, let me back up. I apologize for that. I'm back up.
Maybe your grandfather was searching for something.
Trump does not write policies and legislations and stuff like that.
It means building your next success on the foundation of life experience. UMG Speed values the successes you've already achieved. That's why you can earn up to 90 credits from prior learning and life and job experience.
Trump only approves the work that they do. He either approve it or you veto it. I can't think of her name, but I was telling Tony last night that the young lady sent me this because she was hot. She was mad because of what this says. The court's decision, the Supreme Court sided with Grants Pass, ruling that the 8th Amendment cruel and unusual punishment clause does not prohibit cities from endorsing generally applicable laws regulating camping on public property. Even if this disproportionary, something like that, right, impacts homeless people who have nowhere else to go. The thing is, lock them up.
Solid rock.
They're gonna give them somewhere to go.
Maybe it was the bag it wanted you to find.
They're gonna give them somewhere to go. They're gonna have 3 meals. What they call it? 3 meals, a hot and a cot. They're going to prison. Y'all think I don't be like, this was good too. I'm very, very, very disappointed in what's happening. And the thing with DC, right, too goddamn close to Baltimore. Too close. And everybody else don't see it. But I want to know, right? Because of what he's doing, is it going to be simply geared towards like our inner city, poor people, right? Is it going to be geared? How is they going to guard that? Is it going to be a square or a circle like where they have to stay within that square? Because what tends to happen, they will come out of that square. And if they want to rob and they want to commit crime, they want to do that, they will go into another area out of that square. So how is you going to keep track of that? Now, if I was sitting with y'all when y'all decide to make these laws and rules and stuff like that, I would question certain things. Because you got to understand, y'all, when you have people that never experienced or going through what you've been through, if you have people who are powerful, and basically what I'm saying, when I say powerful, people that's independent and work for everything they want out of their lives that they have in life, they'll turn around now because they never really struggled to get where they at. And they want to push that same mentality on you, which is awesome. Don't get it wrong, but you have to teach them. Some people don't know how to get there. So you have to walk them through the process. That's why you have programs. And why I'm saying this is the reason why I became a Republican. Because y'all made me think y'all was going to come into the community and actually work with the people to help change their lives. So I came a Republican because I'm like, oh my God, y'all have a people after my own heart. Where y'all suckers at now? Where you at? You talk the good goddamn game. Where you at? I'm walking through Baltimore City basically by myself. I don't even want to tell nobody I'm registered as a goddamn Republican. Y'all a bunch of sorry people. You talk a good game, but you ain't about it. Then you want to point the fingers at the Democrat. Y'all really made me think y'all was for the low to moderate income people. And y'all disappointed me. When I got with y'all, we on this meet where you know how they do the group meeting thing, like, you know, just for each other. Y'all over there, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. I'm like, it's not about Trump. It's about the people. Nah, Trump this, Trump that. Trump. It's not about Trump. So guess what I end up doing? I backed away from them, y'all. Because everything they talked about was basically praising Trump. I said, no. It's about the American people. Now, please tell me something different. Because I'm sharing where I went through. I want a person to come and say, well, see, no, that's not really like it. I'm telling you. That's what disappoints me about politics. Whether you're a Democrat or whether you're a Republican. And what I realized in that process, y'all, we the one, and I'm talking about the American citizens, we are the ones that resolves whatever problems that's going on in our community. They don't come in with solutions like that. They only come in and they might address the issues. But then if you ask them, well, what do y'all have plans? What is your process of doing this, doing that, getting better here, getting better there? You know, they don't have it because that's not what they're about. And that's what I realized. They're not about the solutions. They're not about interventions. It's the people. It's the people. Just like Brandon Scott saying that the murder rate is down. For the last 2 years. Now it's supposed to be down to about 200 a year now. Well, that was from 24. It was 201. That's the gun. Listen to what I'm saying. That is the gun. The gun reduction. It's not about the stabbing. It's not about somebody might get choked out. They don't add that in. It's because it's the reduction of the gun violence. A lot of y'all don't know that. But when you're involved like I am, they only talking about the gun violence. Now, you might get somebody who been choked or beaten to death, stuff like that, right? They might report it. They might not. But it's basically The goal is to reduce the gun violence. That's why they put safe streets together. Safe streets because you got a lot of returning citizens. But now, if you coming home, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, if you don't learn to change your old ways of thinking and behaviors, you will go back to practicing them again. When I got clean 32 years ago, my thing was I was gonna get the package, let my nephew and them run it. I was gonna go to the meetings, talk all that Gucci game and all that type of stuff, and still poison in the community. God simply told me, he said, you go out, you get this stuff and go back into my community after I done saved your life. He said, I'm gonna take you down. I said, never mind. Now I'm just telling you, it wasn't said like that, but that's what came, because I'm telling you, I was thinking about it. But then I had to talk about it because I had reservations to go back into that lifestyle. So I had to start sharing that stuff with people. Because when you share those deep, dark secrets, or your mind taking you in certain places, when you have people that you can share and release that stuff, that's a part of letting go. So a lot of y'all that sit back and say, I wouldn't go here, I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't do. This is a stress relief for me. And I'm going to tell y'all this too, and I don't give a freak how you look at it. Right? Whenever I cheated, now I'm a little bit older now, so I don't chase young females like I used to back in the days. When I was young, well, I was like 40, close to 50. And I dated them like 18, 19, 20, 21, stuff like that, right? If I told you I had one female that I was stuck with, girl, where you at? What you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm obsessed over. 9 times is 5. 9 times is 5. And y'all might have missed what I'm saying. But sex is like a drug to me. So the same principles that I practiced with not picking up the drugs, I had to apply in that area. So whenever I get caught up, like even with the food, if I find myself like overeating and stuff like that, I had to surrender. Stop, Steve. So I had to start the same process of letting go and letting God. Then I got to look at myself. If I'm sitting up here, say like I just had a little chocolate bar. I get the little snack bars, and it's only 8 in the box. So I might eat one a day or one every other day. But I try not to eat the whole box. You get me? So I'm sharing that with you because we can eat now. As a diabetic, we can eat stuff, but we can't eat a lot. So stop that bull jump thinking people can't have sugar and all that. Yes, you can. You just can't. It's like a measurable amount of whatever you do. You have to measure out your food. You have to exercise. You got to do all that good stuff. Now, this is what I'm doing. You see this on my arm? See this on my arm? This is my Dexicon. You see right here? Y'all might can't see it, but my sugar is 106. That's what it's reading. Now, I just finished eating. So what's going to actually happen, which is not bad, what's going to actually happen, give it another half an hour or so, it's going to run right up because I just finished eating. But because of the fast-acting insulin that I put in me, that's why it's going to do it like this. So it won't stay like that. So I didn't expect for it to be this low. But it's a good thing. I already know because I just finished eating, like I said, it's going to go up. So this is how I had to do stuff, y'all. You know, this is how I have to live. And then not only that, y'all know I wouldn't brought that little thing like this, right? Because the goal is I would walk now. I would walk because I'm getting it to the point where, you know, I might walk, and I try to walk like a mile out, and you know that's a mile coming back. So, because I'm not all into, you know, this right here. I'm not all into that. I do want to sign up for something, but I keep saying it that I don't do it. So when I do certain things, like after I eat, if I'll say, Steve, go ahead and take a walk. That's the goal of trying to keep, you know, stuff firm. And then mind you, I've been buying pants size 34 now. And I've been buying shirts like extra large now. I'm not trying to outgrow that stuff. So I have to really watch what I do because I am not trying to go back the other way. Where I'm wearing size 40 pants and 2X or 3X shirts and stuff. No. No. And I think for 63 years old, I'm a good looking goddamn man. All right. So when y'all look at me and y'all hear me on here, and I might be in my little wild out zone, and then you want to think it's unprofessional, look, that's the way Steve come. If you don't like it, you can keep it moving. And I'll sit back and I'm gonna tell y'all, because I was talking to Tony, I'm gonna talk about your butt now. Me and Tony talking. And Tony said my behavior is ghetto. I said, what? My response in the way I do things is ghetto. I'm like, what? Now, one thing about me, I don't come on here to try to be perfect. When you see me, you're dealing with Steve Copeland. I am not one of those weak-minded, play with me any kind of way person you want. Because once I realize you come into my life and I realize you full of crap, I will let you go. So why would you sit up here and I'm telling the truth about Steve and how he is, like with his integrity and all of this, but you want to find something negative to put there. Then I sit here and I tell you about the housing program. All of this stuff. And I'm telling you what I'm looking at right now. We got to get a building. Because it's going to be a lot of DC people coming here looking for a place. A lot of the homeless people going to come here looking for a place. Y'all ain't getting it. I see it. But now, mind you, and I was trying to tell Tony, because Tony didn't know. I said, Tony, that's my broadcast network show. Oh, you got it? Yeah, I thought you knew. Because see, now, people look at my light. Look at my light to let you know. A lot of y'all know this. If you come on my Facebook page, right? Where you at? Come on. When you come on my Facebook page, look at this right here. It's saying live. It's saying live. So it's letting you know that I'm streaming live. And if you go here, I see so far now it's 2 viewers here, right? But on my Facebook, it's like 11 of them checked it out. Then I might go back a half an hour later, it might be 100, might be 50. But that's just basically the people that's close to me. But then when I get my each month, when I get that thing to let you know how you did throughout the month, it'll show me like it might show me in the UK how many people in the UK or what percentage of the UK that looked at it. Might be 2-3%. But at least it's getting around. You get me? So I know they hear me. In Africa, Maxwell watches me from Africa. Not just that, I'm in other areas of Africa. Even on my TikTok, I'll get people from Africa that will hear me say things and they'll come in and they want to talk because they're doing certain things over in their city or country. Look at that. And see, I tell y'all, I want to do the studio production and everything too. Oh shucks, I went over to what's wrong with you? Oh girl, I just said don't scare me. Make me think something happened to one of my little babies. This TT mother. She looked like she was crying. I was like, oh no, what happened? It's so many young girls, right, that's on like Instagram, stuff like that, and their parents are there with them. They're very talented young kids. And when I see perverted men saying certain things to them, I come right for their ass. Because the goal is they're young. Let them enjoy their life. You ain't got to sit up there and, girl, I'm in love with you. I want that. I'm like, oh, no, you didn't. And I'll look at your profile and I'll say something to you. Because a lot of times people, they'll make fake profiles. But a lot of times people will use their regular. And my thing is, you sitting up here gloating over a baby. Darn, it made me think about Donald Trump just now.
Pastors turn into store owners. And ask those type of questions.
That made me think just about Donald Trump. And Elon Musk. I mean, not Elon Musk. I just don't understand y'all, and I'm not trying to figure y'all out. I just don't. I can't get it. I just, it's like it is what it is, what it is. I don't understand y'all. This man, like 34 felonies, right? He was convicted of, right? But those 34 felonies had nothing to do with being in politics. Now, something might have came, I don't know, but most of them was his personal stuff. And a lot of y'all sit back and y'all started saying Obama, Biden, because of this man's mistakes. Y'all will throw it right at the Democrats. That was personal stuff. I'm like, listen to these people. The hell is wrong with y'all? I'm like, I can't believe it. Some of the stuff people that I'm like, this man can't do nothing wrong. He got the money to keep him out of prison. Because the thing is, he can prolong whatever case it is for the next 30 years because of the money. I'm just saying. Where he don't have to show up for certain things because of his lawyers. But if he was somebody like me, he would be gone. And then to turn around with the Epstein files, you see him, you seen him way before all this came out. With all these young girls around them. Then you got some of them just starting to come out now and talk about the things that went on. Now, guess what? They got pictures of him. Now, I hear people go, Bill Cosby was dead. No, let me leave Bill Cosby up. They will show a list of other people that was dead. That was either on the plane or on the island. But they're not showing pictures of them doing things or hanging around the young ones like that. They're not. But y'all will sit back and say, oh yeah, what's your name doing it too? That's not who they talking about. Who touched these girls. And y'all got to understand, these women are starting to open up, to come out. And they're going to be embarrassed. They're going to be criticized. They're going to be threatened. All of that. So now they're running a risk of talking about what happened to them when they was young. It's not that his name, just his name, being in the file. 1 minute they can look at the file. Now you want to pass something where they can't look at the files. That's guilty as shit, bro. That's guilty as shit. Because 9 times out of 10, it might be something in there saying that you mess with point blank, put you right in it. Put you right in it. And it will go along with those pictures. It will go along with the statement you made about finding your daughter very attractive. And if that wasn't my daughter. And I'm like, Come on, I got 4 daughters. No damn way in the world I'm gonna sit up there and say nothing like that. And they are beautiful young ladies. If I find myself looking at my daughters in any kind of negative way like that, I'll be like, stop, Steve, what is your problem? I'm talking to myself. But now him, he letting y'all know how wide open he is. And can you imagine his daughter sitting there and her dad saying something like that? Her father. I said he could not have, like my daughters. I was there when they was born. Whenever they need their pamper change, daddy change their pampers. The daddy, help them wash up. And you gotta clean, make sure to do the woo woo, okay? Nothing dirt, or the boo boo. So I'm just saying this because I was there nurturing my daughters. So you're looking at this, you're looking at that. As they get a little bit older, it become real personal where they wash their own self, they do little things. But if they come to you and they say something like, Dad, my boo-boo, something here is kind of irritating and blah, 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 Dad has to look at it. Because Mama might not be there. So I have to open it up, just flap back, and check them out. I'm only saying this, y'all, because I had to learn to do certain things, but not look at my daughters like they are sex objects. That's why I'm saying it. That's why I'm saying it. Okay. When they first came on their period, they came to me. Their mothers always told them, let your father know. I was like, oh, okay. Little stuff like that. When they was flat chested and they start sprouting. Yes. If their mother didn't take them to get the little broad things, daddy was there. See, I hear a lot of men brag about the children and everything that they had. That don't mean nothing to me. I want to know, was you a major part of their lives while they growing up? To watch them start their monthly. They ain't that little baby like that no more. Even though they're young, but they not that baby like that. Because now they can start making babies, having babies. And then you watch them to the point where you get to training bras. Then you get to the point you get them the regular bras. I'm talking about dad had to go with them. And anything my daughters would get, and me as a man, that will make me look at them in any kind of way, it's like, you can't get that. But you know why? Because I didn't want no other man to lurk on my daughters. But I wanted my daughters to feel beautiful about themselves, feel beautiful about their bodies. But I didn't want them to let me find the word, because it was basically building on their self-esteem. And the way I did my daughters, right, say like if a guy came up to them and said, girl, you fine, is all I do is, and they be like, here, you can have it. I didn't want them to look, if a guy come up and say you beautiful, stuff like that, just say thank you. That don't mean you got to give them nothing. This is how I raised my daughters. My oldest daughter was 18. She got 2 kids by the same guy. My oldest grandson is 16 years old. I got a 6-year-old granddaughter. I got a 2-year-old granddaughter. Right? And I'm just saying this because I raised mine. I raised my nieces. I raised my sister children. I did kinship foster care. I did mentoring. And you know what hurts me a lot? Because y'all don't know me, but you will sit back and say something wrong with him. He crazy. He loud. He ghetto. You will find something negative. you will find something negative. And then on top of that, when I hear women say they want a good man, they want this type of person, they want this, I said, no, you don't. They be like, why? I said, because you got one in your face. You got one right here in your face. I know who I am as a human being. I know who I am as a man. I know who I am as a man of God. I know who I am as a man of God. My spiritual connection and my spiritual relationship mean more to me than anything. I know where my peace comes from. I know when I'm getting stressed out about certain things. I know who comforts me. But I want something that when it comes to that female part again, me getting into a relationship, I want that one who know how to embrace me. I'm not going to stop being a community activist. I'm not going to stop doing my housing program unless God say let it go. I'm not going to stop because of you. I'm not going to stop. And whatever you doing, I want you to do what you doing. But the thing is, I know for a fact I have to make space for my baby, and that's you. So I know I have to, like, even though I be running around doing what I'm doing, I have to make time for you. And I'm saying quality time, not just time. So I have to I'm going to have to balance it out. So I might say, well, I'm going to go to work, right? I'm going to go over to the building and I'm going to stay 3 hours. I might do that Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. But if I go over there for 3 to 4 hours, just the time frame, right? The rest of the day belongs to you. But I'm not going to stop. You set things up. I'm not going to stop doing what Steve Copeland did. I love working with the homeless and the less fortunate females and children, or women and children. I love doing what I do with the individuals and stuff. I love it. I love working with people that say like fell on hard times, feel like it's no hope out there. My goal is to let you know, yes, it is. It's people that love and care for you, even though I don't know you.
Hold on. You're going to be okay. Be careful.
And when I get up here, when I come on my live, if you feel as though I'm this ghetto, ignorant person, and I know who I am inside, please don't come up no more. You don't have to follow me. When I ask y'all to help me with certain things, and thank y'all, because I put my Cash App up, right? And y'all started donating something, because I got to go down to this building. I got to get that truck out of there. Not only that, I got to find somewhere for the people in the building to go. And I asked y'all to help me. And I thank God some of y'all did what you did, sending me something, But come on. Some of y'all sitting on a lot of freaking money. Some of y'all want to invest money. It's a place in the old Frederick Douglass building that will separate my housing program from all the rest of the tenants. I want that area for right now. I can do a lot of stuff with that area. But the girl set up there, right? Normally when I rent properties from somebody, and I'm explaining to her, it's the money that the clients give me to pay for their space that pays for the rent, right? So that's not a problem, because people come and go. If you leave this month, by the time I straighten that area up and do what I got to do, a couple of days later, I got somebody in there. So that's not a problem. I get people calling me all the time for help. So I know the bill's going to always be paid. I got to pay the bills because I got to keep a roof over your head. Then the gas and electric. Then the internet stuff, because I want you to be comfortable. And my thing is, I have my transitional housing program set up, like the spaces, like if you in your own home, come on. And I'm sitting up here, y'all, and I'm just thinking about the people in DC. And I know a lot of y'all over there, yeah, that's right, that's good. I see it. And I'm not the only one. I got people responding back to me because they see that plantation mentality thing. And I can't understand why y'all mother suckers can't see it. The big White House, the White House. That is more like, doing slavery time. I'm just saying the White House, the big house. And the plantation around it. Your homeless, your less fortunate individual families, your poor people. Y'all can't see that. Y'all can't see it. Then you're going to bring the National Guard in to have control over them. Y'all don't see that? And y'all don't see this. Do you think our black young men going to just allow certain things to happen? Do y'all really think they're going to just sit back and let stuff happen to them? They're going to come on, suckers. Y'all ain't thinking about that. So, the same way the National Guards maybe become violent to take them down, they're going to do the same to the National Guards. Because it's going to feel like a war thing to them. It's going to feel like a plantation thing to them. And then you got people that ain't got nothing to do with the crime and all of that, right? Innocent people that's living in the inner city. That's going to go through this. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And the thing that get me, y'all cannot see it. And then for some reason, a lot of y'all okay with it because it's not you. You are a selfish and self-centered suckers. And the reason why I'm saying it because y'all see what happened to our people, y'all gonna just sit back and watch. And if you get mad, you get mad. Because right now, I am really, really hurting inside for DC. That's why, if you notice, watch what Brandon Scott and them doing now. Because Brandon Scott and them coming out. Trump don't come here with that shit. Look what they posted. Brandon Scott is from Park Heights. Okay? That ain't no chump. But you do what you can do, but you got people in politics that will hold you back from actually serving the people the way you want. I begin to see that. That's why I had to back up off of cussing Brandon Scott and them out. Calling out their names for not doing what they supposed to do. Because once I realized they doing the best they can. Because every time, and this, wait a minute. Let me say this. I was asked to come and speak on. It was the school system. Chantalisa is not properly educating our children. So I was asked to speak on that. Now let me tell you something. Chantalisa is the school superintendent, making what? Almost $500,000 a year. It was like 3 or something like that. Might have went up. Okay. The very, very smart woman, very educated woman. She know the proper curriculum to educate our kids. They wouldn't let her put it out. See, I'm sharing this with y'all because as a community activist, community organizer, and dealing with like the ACLU, dealing with Communities United. In case you don't understand, Communities United of Baltimore, Maryland, they fight for the democracy of the people of color. So in the poor communities. Then you got the ACLU, same things. But guess what? Communities United and ACLU, those are the two. And the NAACP, they are the two. They don't just fight for black people rights. The Jewish, the Greek, the Latin, the immigrants. Do y'all realize, and I tried to tell y'all, when the immigrants come across the borders, right? They have the right to come across the borders to become American citizens. The ACLU and all of that. The same way when Donald Trump and them try to they deporting people, the ACLU fights for their rights to be here, even though they might have put them in prison, stuff like that. But they will fight for their rights. That's what a lot of your what is a human rights organization does, and it's not just black people. That's why I trip out on a lot of y'all, cause y'all do the black and white thing. Black was the white man, this is the white man. We're not the only ones. I didn't know that until I went to Detroit, to be honest with y'all. I didn't know. But I keep saying, was they the Hispanics or the Hispanics? I think they was the Hispanics, right? And we went up there, and I realized they was going through the same stuff that we going through in Baltimore City. And I was like, oh my God. And I realized that it's not just the poor people that they come for. What's up? How you doing? I realized that. And then what I wanted to look up, y'all, just to help you understand, is four or five um, races or ethnics that they tend to go hard on. See, I ain't know a lot of this till I started getting involved. So look it up. It'll tell you the the and certain countries too. But it'll tell you I think it's about five. I keep saying four, but I think it was five. They will tell you Americans, blacks. You got blacks. You got Native American. I think you got the Chinese somewhere along the line. You have the Mexicans. You have about five. So what I'm trying to put the words together to say, the same way we feel like we're the only ones that's being enslaved, oppressed, and stuff like that. No, no, no. And it's your people up in power that's higher up, because y'all gotta understand. And you might not see it like this, but they pay taxes. You working for Donald Trump, you pay 7.5%. Donald Trump pays the other 7.5%. It's 15% altogether for taxes. So they have to pay for you. Did y'all know that? Look that stuff up. So you talking about a businessman. He got warehouses. He got casinos. He has hotels. And probably other property, I'm saying. So look, he have employees. And it all depends on how much they make. He have to pay insurance for them. All of that stuff we put into, like the 401k, the retirement plan, they puts a little bit in there too. So they pouring out money on you. So what they got to do, they got to start arresting a lot of people so that they can save money by having those that's incarcerated come into their places to work for basically nothing. And most of the people that will do that is people that got a lot of time in prison. So they might come in with a suit and a tie on because they was accounting and got locked up for that. So they'll come in, run your stuff for you. When they're finished doing what they're doing, right, they got to go back down, change their clothes out, and they gone. I was watching this over the prison when I was there. I was watching that, right? When I was over the prison for the 11 months, I was in population for what, about 3? And I ended up going into the hospital because of my feet. So I spent most of my time over there in the hospital, the prison hospital. But it was the people that was educating me about the system, about what's going on. They was telling me, right, because they never took me to court. I was charged with 17 home invasion, burglary, armed robbery, assault. How am I going to do a home invasion on my own rental property and business? I was waiting for somebody to tell me. Nobody told me. Please tell me how I can do a home invasion on my own rental property and business. And then the person that the police tried to say that I assaulted was my nephew. His father popped him. His father came up because he was up in the program house showing his butt. And I called my niece and I said, tell his father, to come and straighten him out. I didn't expect for him to swing on him. So when they called the police, he, in the police report, never once said I did anything to him. Never. But they arrested me. A judge said itself. The first judge, when I went up for the thing to go, the judge looked at the paperwork and everything in the police report. He said, this don't go together. It didn't. It didn't. He said, this don't go together. So he asked the public defender, he said, is this a legit business? And that's when I spoke out. And I said, yes, Your Honor, I have an EIN number. It's a legit business. Because they tried to make it seem like, look, home invasion, burglary, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? The public defender spoke up for me real well.
Phones don't work.
So I went back. No, I came home. That was March the 12th when they locked me up. I was getting ready to leave out on March the 14th. This police officer went and filed another charge against me, said burglary in the 4th degree on my own property. So I had my clothes and everything on, and they handed me my bag with my jacket, and they turned around and said, we got to lock you back up.
Nope.
Because of what this officer did.
No, you didn't find her, or no,
So they took me back upstairs
I haven't seen the dog.
on the 15th. Now, this was the 14th of March of 2023. On the 15th of March, they let me back out. This is what the police did. And the police officer that did this to me and him used to sit back and talk, right? And he was talking about how he wanted to leave a legacy behind for his kids. That's why he became a police. So, help people in Baltimore City, blah, blah, blah. The dance and the song they do. Now I'm already in the city. I'm already doing what y'all doing, trying to help people to turn their lives around. So it's like, to me, I became a competition to some of them. A problem. But I didn't become a problem to them. The problem was, Steve, you going in here and you doing the right job to help our people. We don't want you to do that. So basically, that's why I became a problem to some of them. It's like, we don't want you to do that. And that's the reason why they put some charges together. Now, me and this guy, right, he gave one of my clients that was off his medication, this is the police officer, permission to knock down my back door to get in. I told him, I said, why would you do that? I was going to let him in. But my thing is, he needed some medications. They wouldn't take him to the hospital so he can get on his meds. So he told the client to kick the back door down. And I took a picture of it, a video of it, and everything. And I even called his sergeant and told his sergeant what he did. And guess what? That wasn't that first time. He told him again. And it was a bunch of police out there. And they told him to go around and kick the door in again. And they all ran to their car. That's the shit I was going with the Eastern District Police Department. Now, I'm a community activist. I'm in the community. We look doing what you're doing, and y'all gonna come right up against me. Know why? Because I run off in my mouth. And if they can't sit back and control you in any kind of way, then you are a threat. But I told this police officer, when he said to me, when we got our cameras on, we got to act and perform a certain way. If we don't, we'll lose our jobs. So when that camera came on, when that camera come on, it's like they become this total different damn monster. And I said it because I've seen it so many times. That's why I don't like dealing with y'all. Because there's something about that goddamn uniform. It's something about that badge. When y'all ain't got that on, because some of y'all, I might meet somewhere and y'all so kind, y'all so gentle, y'all so cool. And next thing I know, when you got that Superman suit on, it's like, what in the heck? And I know it's a role you got to play. But when I mean, it's like a normal thing to them. But when you see that shit, like 1 minute, man, you cool, and the next minute, it's like you got that uniform on, and it's like, what the hell? Where that person go? And the correction officers the same way too. The correction officers are the same way too. We used to sit up here, man, some of the correction officers, and come on, y'all know I talk. So you know I'm going to talk about Steve. I'm going to talk about the things Steve do. For 10 years, the Y building that was over the penitentiary, I used to come in there on Fridays, 7 o'clock, encouraging and motivating the men. I had an H&I commitment. The building gone now. So if you tell me you've been over there for like 30 years, I'll be like, oh, remember when the Y building was there? And I'll tell them I used to come in on every Friday for about 10 years.
At Ross, magic is when big savings create bigger decisions.
My friend became warden over the prison. I remember when he was just a security guard, correction officer, and I watched him go through the phases where he became a warden. Then he left there, went to another city, and became a warden there. So if I mention his name and you've been there for a while, you be like, oh yeah, I know him. I know you do. Matter of fact, to be honest with y'all, that's my sponsor. That's my sponsor. And he's a pastor. So when they started coming for me, I would throw his name. Oh yeah, try it. Try it. Come on. Because you better not let me get to the phone. And even when I talk with the warden herself, I talk with the warden. This is where I'm at when it comes to doing things. But y'all want to judge me. Oh, he ghetto. Oh, he this. Stop labeling me. Because I went to me and another guy. It was something that was happening. The dorm we was in, whatever the issues that the inmates had, we would go and talk to. They would point us out to go talk to the warden for them. This is what I told the warden. Remember what I said? I had a 10-year commitment. I used to come in. I told the warden, once I get this thing situated, right, with the police department, once I get it situated, clean up my stuff, I said, if you want, I'll come back in. So if I'm a no good, sorry, crooked son of a ghetto person, blah, 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 if I'm that type of person, now I'm talking to the warden, letting the warden know, because I know how important it is to encourage and motivate our men and women, but mainly the men at this time. I know how important it is to change this. When you sitting up here and you trying to play tough and you trying to play strong and you backing yourself up into a corner, you don't want people close to you. You the type of person that always swing out on people. I know you've been hurt. That's the way you protect that little kid in you. I already know that. I used to carry a baseball bat. Matter of fact, if anybody used to watch that Walking Tall movie, that same hatchet stick that he had, I carried that. I had a machete. I was 15 years old. I went down to North Carolina. I had a machete. The blade on it was this big. I had no problem swinging it on it. I carried a 32 Dillinger in my pocket. Could fit in my palm of my hand. I was 15 years old. I was a young man. Had a summer job. And had my 32 in my pocket. A young man. A kid. I said young man. A kid. A baby. So do you understand why I go back into the community? And not just the adults. The youth too. When I see our kids running around like they doing, my thing is, okay, what's wrong with them? Why they running? Why they acting the way they acting? So if you don't get with them, because you got to find something to catch their attention. Trump, you do something to catch their attention. And if they feel comfortable with you, they feel protected. Let me say that. Trump, when they feel protected, oh, he like a dad. I mean, he's a good guy. He's cool. And I'll be like, come here. Give me a hug. You can't do that, Trump. You don't know how to do it. And most of you Republicans and most of you Democrats don't know how to do it because you can't relate to her. Come here, man. What is wrong with you, little king? Why you acting? Well, Mr. D, you gotta win their trust. You gotta help them feel comfortable, and they're gonna tell you what's wrong. That's right. But see, I haven't eaten, blah blah blah. I'm good at what I do. Pretending, distracting yourself. I'm good at what I do. I'm not one of my own. And if I call y'all suckers, I'm just doing it to be smart, right? Look. I'm just, don't take it personal. You know, don't. Because when I say certain things, I'm just, come on, y'all. And it's getting to the point, guess what? I ain't trying to be smart, but when it comes to our homeless and less fortunate people, when it comes to people that need our help the most, and y'all see me on here and I'm asking y'all to help me with them and stuff like that, and y'all don't do it, my thing is like, the hell with y'all. Come on. My thing is, how can, if you know you have it, and I ain't asked you if you worth $1 million and you can donate 1,000 or 2, do it. Be honest. That's one of my goals and vision as we grow, to put money to the side so we can help people on that extra tip. But see, my thing is, I'm looking for investors, I'm looking for business partners, and I'm looking for sponsors, because a family might need you to help them with some things. And if you want to help them, mainly like with clothing or something like that, or it might be Christmas, you want to do something for a family. That's why I want people to get more involved. But it's like y'all hear me talk, oh no, I ain't going there with him, but he ghetto. He's a Jasmine Crockett. No, Jasmine Crockett is a Steve Copeland. But Jasmine Crockett, whether you like it or not, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not educated like Jasmine Crockett. She know how to put her words, and y'all still call her ghetto. Very educated woman. Understand the laws. Understand politics. And she's trying to tell y'all how y'all being played, how y'all being manipulated to with the same people that you feel as though have your back. When I found out she was a community activist, I knew right then and there why she talked the way she talked. Yup. And I try to tell y'all, she's a female version of me. But to me, she's more conservative, what y'all call her ghetto. She's more conservative and classy. I see that. But I see a warrior. I see a fighter. And she does it for the people. Y'all miss it. Like, dang, y'all can't see this? She fighting for the people. And I tell y'all this. When I tell y'all like me, I'm a community activist. So that means my goal is to fight for the community. I'm a voice for the people. It's not personal for me. I'm just the mic. And y'all will take, I ain't gonna, it ain't me. Whatever y'all give me, believe it. It's going to be directed to them. I'm telling you. It might go towards like paying a rent or something, paying somebody's space. Whatever y'all donate to the LaTanya D. Copeland House of Hope, I'm telling you right now, I know me. My goal is to make sure that they okay. And say like once we get another building and everything, I'm going to have to get a van. Because children going to be there and children going to need a ride to school. I got a guy that's a tutor and he can teach classes. I'm not going to let him go. He right here. Not here. But he's part of the team. I got a pastor who wants to start her own thing. So I need space, you know what I mean? So that we can provide those services for our clients, for my clients. And then once they're situated, I have no problem helping the community then. This was my vision with 908 Valley Street. That was my vision. But it came to a halt. And it wasn't me. I seen it. When it went boom, I seen it. Because of the people that I trusted, I thought they had my back. And they came up against me. And God showed me. So I had to separate myself from them people. One person, godly man, talking all this godly Google stuff. Turned completely against me. I said, man, I thought you was better than that. Introduced them to my kids and everything. Everybody don't get to know my kids. Broke my heart. Why do y'all do that? Why every time I sit back and I trust you and I think you got the best interests of the people, you got your own business. Only thing I ask you to do is help the people with your experience, what you got, what you're doing. Don't come over and feel like you can dictate what I do. Don't do that. And then to find out these people was trying to steal my vision or my what I do. It was one of my other workers told me that they was going to the meeting. He said, Steve, be honest with you, they was trying to duplicate your business. I said, I knew. I said, God told me. But guess what? They're getting smacked in the face with it. And then the owner of the building, not the person that I'm subleasing from, the owner of the building told my guy, he said when Mr. Steve was here, it wasn't nothing like this. I know. I knew it was going to fall apart.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see if anything was left.
I knew.
And then, that's the next.
Because number one, that's all I do.
Yep.
Is temporary housing.
No, I did. I just wondering if you had anything else on it.
And Wanda, I love you, baby. Phyllis, I love you, baby. You know it. Tashawn, I love you, baby. There was a few other women that came in. I had the women deal with the women. So if you sit back and say, he touched me, he did that, no, because I don't deal with you like that without a woman being there. I wouldn't even open up my mouth. So if you call yourself taking me to court, tell me, he touched me, he felt on me, this and that, I'll say, no. Can I call Miss Phyllis up here? Phyllis, talk to her. Because you know a young girl did that. Not that she did that part. That one that ran into my office and was going through my files, Phyllis was sitting right there. The young lady was sitting right here. Tashawn was sitting right there. And one of my workers, a male guy, was standing right there. She gets up. I thought she was going to go out. She jetted into my office. But I went in after her. All of us did. And I snatched my files out of her hand. You don't go into my office. My clients, my workers don't go into my office unless they ask me. she made it sound like it was okay that she went into my office talking about she was going to get her file. But she never mentioned. She tried to say that I swung on her and I supposed to swung on her husband. Now, mind you, I don't mind you saying stuff like that. Because number one, I ain't gonna touch you. I got people in front of me. So you can tell the judge whatever you want. I'll point at them and say, come here and talk to them for a minute. But see what the judge would do, because I didn't have to do it, thank God. What the judge would do was say, well, no, Mr. Cody, what role you played? I was sitting in the chair. And when she went in there and did what she did, now guess what? She talking to the judge, and she telling, and you see how I'm on my live show, right? She tried to tell the judge that I sent her something for her to come on. You're a damn lie. I don't do that. I don't do that. You came on my Facebook page. That's what one of my other people at the house did. Will follow me on my Facebook page and then run off at his mouth. Come on, Steve. Don't come on here trying to talk about me. You know. Don't ever come on my page and try to make me out to be this bad guy. Nope. That's not how Steve roll. That's why I don't mind when people say certain things, because guess what? It ain't me. You can sit up here and I'm going to tell y'all will sit back. Now, mind you, most of the time I'm minding my damn business, right? Y'all will sit back and go, Steve this, Steve that. You'll talk about me. I ain't got a damn thing to do with nothing. And then look, somebody might call me like, I got to go to Christine. I'm sorry. You know Steve ain't like that. And y'all will let people talk about me and y'all believe it. You know I ain't like that. And yet, and look, they will come and any gossip somebody spread towards me, they will come at me and say certain things to me like what you said was true. And guess what? I'll shut my mouth and let you finish. And then I'll do this. You ready? And I'll tell you the whole damn story. And you know, a lot of y'all know, when it comes to our homeless and less fortunate people, I don't rob, I don't steal, I don't take their money. Because my program is an independent program. So the goal is to teach you how to be responsible with the money that you have.
Can you have a call back, please?
So why am I going to take your money? Other than the rent, when you pay your rent. Because when you pay your rent between the 1st and the 5th, and you pay it on time every time, when it comes to you getting ready to move on into your own permanent place, I can tell that real estate agent or that person, they pay on time every month. You got to show me. So why would I take your stuff when I know you're going to need me as a mouthpiece or the receipts I give you to show them that you pay your stuff on time every month? So some of y'all need to shut your freaking mouths if you don't really know the truth of what's what. And I'm going to tell you, with a temporary housing program, stop telling people that they can't be evicted. Because I don't do landlord-tenant agreements. It's a 30-day thing. It can be a 14-day thing. Read it up. 72 hours. Read it up. Because I had to look into all this stuff. Read it up. And if you in somebody's house and you get mail, they can put you out. Now, I know what the law say, but if you in somebody's house and they ask you to leave and you don't leave with your mail too, let me make that clear. You can be considered as, what is it, like trespassing or breaking and entering, somewhere along that line. I'm trying to think of the word. But when a person tell you to leave, stop thinking that you have the right to stay in somebody else's facility or their house when they got the lease on it. It might be a family member, I'm just saying. And you staying there, but you get mail there. When they tell you to go, go. Go. Why you want to stay in somebody's house and make them miserable? That's some selfish and self-centered bull junk. And y'all have a tendency, that's male. But they in there, like, people arguing, this uncomfortable stuff like that, and they making that person life miserable. Why are you going to stay there and continue? Move on. And I'm telling y'all, because I had to read up some stuff, more than what we know. And guess what? Now, with the information that I had, and I had to download a lot of this stuff because the police don't know about that. When you tell me I can't put somebody out, yes, I can. You got to get them evicted for what? Mainly, guess what? If I want you out and I don't want you to, when you get somebody evicted, that's because you're not paying what you're supposed to pay. So I went down to the courts and I told the lady. She said, here you go right here, the one that you fill out that you want to get back payment. And then it's going to take another, 90 days or 60 days. And that's adding up. I said, no, I don't want them in. That's not what I'm trying to do. So in order for me to get them out with the stuff that I do, that's why y'all need to listen sometimes. I had to do an emergency petition. Oh, yeah. That's why y'all need to shut the freak up if you don't understand certain things. I had to do an emergency petition because of the type of work I do. And my client needed to be put on his medication. So I had to go down to the courts, fill some papers out for emergency petition, and guess what they did? They sent it to the police department, and the police came around and took them anyway. When I dialed 911 for a person that's not on their meds, and be honest with you, the police supposed to take them to get the help. First thing they holler, we can't do it. And I be wanting to say, look on your damn site. Because yes, y'all can. That's why I called you. So guess what? I had to go back down there for a second time for the same person to do another emergency petition. It was the judge that told me, Mr. Copeland, you're not supposed to be here. Once you called the police and let them know what's what, they were supposed to have took the person like to John Hopkins or one of Shepherd Pratt, something like that, just to get back on their medication. I said, Your Honor, I know. She said, you're doing their job. I said, I know. So I had to go down there, get her to prove it. Then what they did, it went to the basically the sheriff or somebody dropped it off at the police station for them to come and take the person to get the help. So let me say this. If I was in front of the new commissioner and I hear them trying to talk some Gucci shit, and I'll come behind them and I'll clear that shit up. Because they'll make you think they doing such a beautiful, wonderful job. Or say like if a police takes somebody down, they will justify that behavior to make it look right until they search it and see that he fucked up. Watch Brandon Scott. When Brandon Scott show up for a lot of the community stuff, and he's right there with the commissioner, watch Brandon Scott. Watch his face. So y'all got to understand, your hands are tied with certain things politically. That's why I didn't run for office. And I told somebody that today. I was told to run as council member, a council seat. I was asked to run for the House of Delegates, 12th District. Now, I was getting ready to do that. I was getting ready to run for that on the Republican ticket. But y'all got to understand, look at me. Look at me. I represent the people. And if I'm in a place and I see y'all doing stuff that will actually destroy our people, what y'all think I'm going to do? Understand, I've never been a punk. I've never been a sissy. Now, I'm not going to swing on nobody. Don't get that wrong. But if I see you, and a lot of y'all will suck right up to it, when people create certain laws that will destroy our people, and y'all will agree, because it's the majority. It's the majority that rules, right? And because y'all know that a lot of these laws they create will nail our low to moderate that need their help the most, if they will bury them. That's why they create certain laws the way they do. Is to destroy certain populations, and y'all miss the ball. I didn't see it at one point. And prime example, and I'm gonna do this, the White House. The White House is that big old slave plantation house. And look what he doing to DC. He got to get control of it right there. Listen to who he talking about. He talking about the inner poor city people. Then he mentioned something about the homeless population. Y'all don't get it, but we're gonna sit back. We get ready to see this man take that city back to, DC, back to 1619. He doing it right in front of your face. And the sad part about it with me, Congress and them is allowing him to do it. I hope I go to sleep. Because I'm messed up inside. And I know a lot of y'all still happy Jewish and free. Because be honest with you, it's nothing I can do. As far as 9 times out of 10, I'm telling y'all right now, it's gonna be a lot of civil rights groups and stuff that's gonna end up going to DC. I'm telling y'all. Because the goal is they're gonna go there to run the National Guards out. Y'all ain't even paying no attention to that issue. Oh no, they not, because the National Guard, this and that. They're a bunch of human beings just like us. Keep that in mind. With guns. That's all it is. They are human beings too. And do you think they want to lose their lives? Because guess what? A lot of our young men's going to load up. They probably over there talking about it now, doing it now. So what do that sound like it might start being? And my thing is, I cannot understand how y'all support a lot of this. You okay with this? But two, I gotta understand, right? Even though a lot of y'all is okay with this and stuff like that, thinking that they deserve what they're getting, because you not living a certain way. You haven't experienced this when you need or you relied on the state and the government to take care of you, because you're real independent. You are productive. You are responsible. So it's like it's not your problem. You get me? And there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't get it wrong. Because that's a beautiful feeling when you don't need the state, the government, or you people controlling your life in that sense, right? Because you live in a free, productive life. I ain't got to worry about them down, taking me down. That's what I say. But then the goal is, because of where I'm at in my life, I go back and try to help others.
For all these reasons and more, the why is here for you and your
That's all.
Join the line
So
now and dive into the fun. Go to
I'm thinking about
joinby.com.
Brandon Scott, right? When I went to the overdose meeting that they had on Francis Street, right? I grew up around it. And that was my first time going into that church.
We believed everyone deserves a home they love.
I kind of tripped. And then I seen one of the Fauntleroys, we were talking and everything, because I'm home. I was right there with Antonio Hayes in Baltimore City. He grew up around Francis Street, Clifton, all that, around Fulton Avenue with us. I remember his mother and them before they even had him. I remember when he used to run around in the community, and when I would come over, I moved away. But I would ask, where Pinky's son at, the little light-skinned guy, right? Where Pinky's son at? Because he was to me, he was a little bit different from all the other kids. But anyway, I didn't know he went into politics. And he said something about Miss Barbara, right? Senator Barbara Robertson. I said, I'm going to cuss him out. Because he was running to take her seat. And when I found out that was Pinky's son, I backed up. I said, oh my God, that was the kid I've been looking for. I didn't know he got into politics. So look, when I went into that meeting on Francis Street, and I seen the three of them, Brandon Scott, Antonio Hayes, and James Torrance, they were sitting over there on their side, nephews. That's how I looked at them. I felt so good to see them together like that. And then my girl, like I mentioned, my girl Erica Bradford, she was sitting over there too. But they was talking about the opioid epidemic and stuff like that, right? So anyway, I got into a group. I was listening to the group, and I'm sitting there by my, sitting there like this in a chair, and it's a stage right there, right? It's a stage, and I'm sitting there, and it's going to show you how people know me. Now Brandon Scott doing what he doing, but I looked around like this. Brandon Scott was sitting right there with me. He came over there and just sat right on the stage part. Right there, right here. And you know how they make me feel good because of me running off at my big mouth. And people recognize me for who I am, and they know my heart is really for Baltimore City. And they know, because I told James Torrance when he first became the 7th District council member. I said, I'm going to be nice to you because you're new to the game. Now, mind you, this was years ago when he first came. This is second round, right? So when I seen him, I had to tell him I'm proud of him. I said, man, I'm proud of you. Because the reason why I say that about our elected officials, when I see you actually in the community communicating with the people, I love it. I love it. And that's what James Torrance told me. He said, I am in the community, I'm this and that. And certain places I show up. And when I see them, I'm like, oh my God. Because when you in the community, you interact in them, you're winning the faith and the trust back in the people. When I look at Danny, I gotta get your name right, Danny. Make sure I say it right. Danny Glover. Yeah. Because it's two women. One Danny and one Donnie, right? I'm trying to make sure I get it right. Because look, I went up to him, heavy set black guy, right? I said, what's your name? Because I know your face somewhere, right? He said, Steve, every time you see me, you ask me what's your name. I said, oh, shit. And he over east, right? He's over east, but he's working with the youth. That's what I'm saying. I said, damn, I got to try to remember people's names. Because I be talking to everybody and I don't be knowing their names. I know you... I mean, like, I will jack a name up quick. But look, he works with the youth. And 2 years ago, the kids that he's working with was going to come on my talk show, was on my teen talk show. So now you talk about kids that was 11 and 12, 13, 16, 17. 2 years ago, now they older. They like, what, 14, 15, little stuff like that, right? The 8 or 9 year old, he was about 10 or 11 now. But look, he's working with them. And they work in summer jobs. They doing like construction stuff. And see, this is the stuff that a lot of people don't talk about this in Baltimore City. And this is Danny Glover. And the reason why I said I have to watch it because it's two Dannies. It's two Dannies. It's Donnie, and my girl. I'm gonna just show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I do on LinkedIn. Right, I'm on LinkedIn too, so I post a lot of stuff that I'm doing in Baltimore City. I'll post it over to LinkedIn. And the reason why I'm saying that, because Linda Pierce, because of my business, Linda Pierce said, I was asking for help, but Linda Pierce was telling me that the only way people are going to help you, Steve, they got to see your work. They got to see your work. That's why I promote stuff like I do, you know, because like the housing stuff, I might take pictures and show y'all what I'm doing. So y'all hear what I say. But she told me people got to see your stuff as well. So once she told me that, I started, okay, this is Donald Morton. Wait a minute, because I think you talking about somebody else, Donnie. But this is Donnie Glover. And what's that? Well, I pronounced it right. Now I can't even get it right. Emmy, like Emmy winner. Nominated news director. Danny is somebody that covers certain things in Baltimore City, and he rough. I was thinking about, and I'm connected with him as well. I'm just saying this because y'all got to understand why I do what I do. Okay, now Sean just became Sean Sennett. He works with a delegate. He works with a lot of our youth and everything. These are people that y'all don't hear about them too much, but they have programs. They doing stuff in Baltimore City with our kids. That's why Brandon Scott made that statement towards Trump. Because there's a lot of stuff that's going on in Baltimore City that's not being reported in a positive way. But they'll take the negative stuff and they'll blow it up. Like yeah, it's a lot of work needs done. Don't get it wrong. It's a lot. But it's a lot of great things that's happening that a lot of people don't get to know. So Sean is one. And I'm telling you, I'm on TikTok. I'm on LinkedIn. So a lot of y'all might not be familiar. Sean will post something, I'll get it. So I can read what he's doing around Baltimore City. Now, community outreach coordinator, this is somebody that they're looking for the Classroom Foundation. Life coaching requests. This is people just sending me stuff to let me know basically what type of business they have and what they're doing. If my business is similar to what they're trying to do, they will send me messages for us to connect. Now, when I post stuff of my own, right, some respond to it, they leave messages, keep up the great work. Thank you for letting us know what you're doing, stuff like that. I try to connect with people that actually doing the footwork. They're doing the work. If you in California, now I might not like if you're in California somewhere real far. Now it might not be no connection in this sense because we're too far apart. But if you somewhere close by, I don't have no problem. If you in DC and you trying to do in DC what I'm doing here in Baltimore City, no problem. You in, say, Virginia or Delaware or Pennsylvania, no problem. Because the goal is for us to come together. But I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. And then I might have 30, 40 clients that I need y'all to work with, the professionals, because I'll refer my clients to your company. So actually, I'm bringing you customers. Only thing I ask you to do is make sure you treat them right and take care of them. And if I feel like you're not doing your job, I told the therapist the other day, I said, I have no problem in switching you out, letting you go. None. Because I feel like if you're not doing the proper work with my people. I don't play when it comes to my clients. I do not play. Hey, Tony. Tony, I'm sorry. I see you sent me something to say hello. I thought it might have popped up here. But I think you on like my second page. Hey, Willie Bays. Yeah, it didn't pop up on my regular thing. But see, just to go back to this, a lot of y'all sit back and you pass judgment on me. Oh, he's not professional. He's this, he's that. Please, don't, please. And I'm not ghetto. Let me make that clear for you. Ain't nothing ghetto about me. That's what Tony said. It's like, your behavior ghetto. I'm like, man, please. Ain't nothing ghetto about me. You don't call nobody and not being smart. If you want to talk with somebody, you call somebody, you want to talk with them. You don't find a way to call somebody and then want to ridicule them. You don't do that, because when I recognize it, I don't play this shit. I don't play it. And when you do that to me, I can only imagine how you do that to other people. You can play that shit all you want. I'm just trying to share the truth. You ain't got to share what truth? What truth? I'm 63 years old. If I don't know how to live life now, I wouldn't. I learn. I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. I know the difference between right and wrong. When I come up here, and if you read there, it will tell you Steve Copeland from the, well, I moved the couch conversation, but Steve Copeland from the Couch Talk, keeping life real. I don't care if I don't talk about nothing else. The point is keeping life real. And we can go back to, if you want, keeping it real. Because the whole thing with that, if you read that part of what the couch conversation is about, read it. And the goal with that is to thy own self. It's right there. Whenever I talk, when I come on or anything, to thy own self be true. So I call myself a God-centered man or God-fearing man. If I come on here and I start lying and playing little stupid games, God is going to, conscious-wise, He's going to eat me up. I'm going to be wondering why I feel like this, why am I comfortable, why did something like that, no. And then I had to take the time and look at myself, okay, Steve, what is going on? Because I want that peace in my life. I want that comfort in my life. So don't you ever tell me stuff like that. And if I'm wrong, be honest with you, if I recognize that I might have said something or did something wrong, I apologize to you. I will. Because that's not my purpose, to hurt you. So if you tell me that I did something wrong, or maybe what I said, and I'll tell you, oh my God, I apologize because I didn't mean, to offend you in certain ways. And a lot of times when I open up my mouth and I say what I say, people get offended. Know why? Because I be hitting home. I be touching certain, kicking certain things up in them that they haven't dealt with. I already know that. Whenever you come for me, because of what I say out my mouth, I know 9 times out of 10, you've been hurt about the situation. Hmm? When I'm on TikTok, and any man that tries to get louder than me, try to buck, want to steady over talk me, You know, it's kind of like fear there. No, it's not kind of like, it's fear there. And that's a form of you trying to overpower me, which really you don't have to. You don't have to go into that state of, I gotta be that roaring lion, you know. Because as a man, and I'm looking at another man, and I'm a man, when you get offensive in certain ways, I can tell. Because we can tell with each other. And I can tell when that defense mechanism come up, that block, right? Because now you're in the defense mode. So you'll start saying little stuff like, um, you don't want nobody close to you, you already know that. So you'll start making threatening remarks. That's that little indication of back up, get away, you're coming too far. So I'll spot all of this. I sponsored, and I will to this day, a lot of men and women, strong, powerful men and women who went through some stuff, carrying trauma when they was younger into their adulthood. So what I had to do is deal with them. We had to definitely build the connection. So no matter what, when you come to me and you say, can you sponsor me? What you doing, you're coming to me and you are giving me, right? You are giving me, you are trusting me with your life. The most precious thing in this world is your life. And what you doing, you asking me to basically help you, guide you, lead you. So you are surrendering the most precious thing that God ever gave. That's your life. I don't play with people's lives, even when it comes to the women and children. You know why I don't play with people's lives? Because number one, if I misguide you, I mislead you, and I'm just telling you from my personal connection with God, I feel like God gonna tear my butt up if I hurt his people. Did you hear what I said? So when you come in my life, even my housing clients, when you come and say, Mr. Steve, can you help me? And I know you in a very vulnerable state because of self-esteem and all of that. If I want to take advantage of it on the sexual tip, I can. But I tell myself, no, don't do it. And I try to share things with them to let them know my goal is to help you, not hurt you. In that sense, you get me? That's what I do, y'all. That's why I said this time when I come back to doing my program, I'm going to have women to deal with women. I'm going to talk to you, man. Don't get it wrong. But when I sit back and I'm like, if you come in my office, it's going to be two women there with us, at least one. One. Because number one, I'm not going to give you the chance to say Steve this, Steve that. I'm not. A lot of my clients, when I'm down in the building in my office, Steve and them wouldn't let you come in. You can't just come in. They will come and say such and such want to see you. Is it all right?
When I was diagnosed with HIV, I didn't know who I was. But here I am. Keep being you and ask a healthcare provider.
I don't, like I said, play when it comes to our most vulnerable people. And I can tell you this, I can put so many people together that housing wise. And I would love for people to ask them, Steve taking your money, Steve taking this, Steve doing this, Steve blah, blah. I tend to add more. Mainly when it came to us buying like chips, sodas, water, and they got food stamps, and I know some of them did what they did. You know what I mean? Mainly when they get like $600-700. I know some of them did. That's not my business. If that's what you gotta do to do what you need to do, then do what you do. I just want to make sure you get the proper help and being productive and responsible, where you can maintain your own place and pray for you won't fall back into that category again. So, with my clients, and I would get water, I would get juices, I would get chips, I might get some candy. But guess what? Guess who they was for mainly? The children. They knew where to come at to get a snack. So when I heard some people talking about this black lady at Walmart, from what I understand, I didn't read it up yet, but from what I understand, people can't buy snacks with food stamps no more. I'm like, what? That's edible stuff. They said Trump supposed that did that. Where now they can't buy chips, sodas, juices and all of that. The snack stuff that you might give your kids when you give them a lunch, right? And you might put some cookies in there. You might put some something in there, fruit something, saying now you can't buy this stuff with food stamps. They are edibles. This man, what the fuck is wrong with this man? What is wrong? And then people coming back, well, they need to go eat vegetables and this and that. How many gardens do you have in the inner city? Y'all just so daggone damn. A lot of people not into gardening and stuff like that. So my thing is, if you growing food and stuff, then you can give it to me to get it out, because I get donations. Stop running off with your goddamn mouth. So I started sending pictures of my truck over there, and I'm like, if y'all want to donate to this, donate to that. People won't. They ain't donate shit. All this talking. They look. Donald Trump fans, right? All that bull junk they were talking, and I sent my cash app over there, and I'm like, cause y'all talking about people that spending y'all state and government money. They using my tax money to buy snacks with and all that type of stuff. I said, what in the freak? And most of them was white people, right? And then I started sending black people. Ain't the only people get food stamps. I got black and white people in the building now. I'm like, what world is these people living in? Y'all make me think, God dang. What the hell? But see, what I learned too in this process, even though, like, I got a lot of frozen vegetables. I have a lot. And that's what I do. When I eat, I make sure I put my vegetables in it. I make sure I put my starch in it. And I make sure I put a piece of meat in it. Now I try my best. Like what I did today, I put a couple of hot dogs on. Then I put me 2 of those Alfredo things on. I could have done 1, which would have been fine, but I did 2. Let me see how far my sugar went up. Cause now I ate earlier, but I ate breakfast, but I didn't eat again, like for dinner. I mean, not dinner. Like, I'm trying to get the breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm trying to eat on the schedule that they gave me. Checking my sugar, see how far it went up. Now, it said 179. I mean, I said 179. 179. I'm looking forward, because I took my fast acting to bring whatever I ate to bring it back down like this. But I just knew it was going to shoot up. But I'm shocked now it didn't shoot up so far. See, I feel comfortable with this, because I don't want my sugar to run me like 2, 3, 4. Because right now, because of my feet, and my feet with the little thing like this, the calluses, like I told y'all, it takes me longer to heal than most people. So long as I'm taking my insulin and everything floating right in my body, like my blood, it's not clogging up and it's doing what it's supposed to do, my feet will heal up a lot quicker. Then I got my gabapentin back because I got all my prescriptions back now. I ran out of everything. So I got my gabapentin. That's for my nerves and my feet, right? No, yeah, the gabapentin, simvastatin, and lisinopril. That's like the lisinopril is for your blood pressure. Then the simvastatin is for my cholesterol, right? Now, my goal is, say like somebody doing holistic work, and if I feel as though what you're doing can really help me to the point of coming off of these meds, I want to do that. But now look at this. For the 35 years that I've been a diabetic, people said stuff to me about, oh, you should try this or you should try that. I don't care what I do, man. And I'm learning now. That certain organs in your body, right? If you don't take certain medication, it will affect this other one over here, the organ wise. Because my body produces its own insulin and stuff like that. And sometimes because I'm not doing certain things, it can't produce it the way it should. So I have to add the insulin in. And then sometimes it might overthrow, like push sugar out too much. So that's why you monitor stuff. That's why you watch what you eat. Now, mind you, being a diabetic, as I begin to get older, I'm learning more and more and more about it. What caused like you to lose a limb? What caused you to like it can affect you with the blood in you. It can thicken up your blood where that circulation won't go to your feet right. It won't go to your other areas right. You get me, man? So I'm telling you, I didn't know. Once you become diabetic, you got really, really, really take care of yourself. So that's why when you have people that's diabetics and you look at them and they like 300, 400, 100 pounds, 9 times out of 10, their A1C is way over 14 or 15. That's not goody. Because I got my A1C down to 8. Now because I ran out of my medication, and my doctor, I seen her like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months, something like that, right? And I was telling her I didn't have my fast acting, so what she did, I take 8 at night, and she told me to take 4 during the day to kind of replace that and help it balance out until I'm able to get my fast acting. But in that process, my A1C went up again. Now, mind you, I ain't get mad because I'm like, Steve, you know what you gotta do to bring it back down. That's all. So you gotta continue, get your medication, start doing your regimen again, right? It's gonna go back down. So I already know what to do now. Still, long as I keep doing what I gotta do, like trying to exercise, walking and doing that. If I don't exercise, at least walk and do little certain things and slim down. Because the goal is to go to 190. That's the regular weight, body weight for somebody that's 6'1". So the goal is to go to 190. And I'm gonna tell y'all dudes right now, and I'm gonna tell y'all ladies right now, I'm gonna tell y'all, I done slim down. So I'm a good looking goddamn man. I don't care what you say. I'm a handsome dude. I'm a good looking dude. And I want to wear that. What you think, girl? That's where I'm at. I want to dress and y'all know I like dressing nice. And I love when the woman say, oh, you look nice. Oh, you smell good. I like them socks. I'm like, thank you. I'll be putting this shit on just because I know they're going to say it. Because I already know. I already know when I put stuff on, I get that boom. When I get that boom, I'm sure. I got to get that bing because it's something like I might have a pair of socks on with an outfit.
There it goes.
But that sock, it's like it's not giving me. So I go into that drawer, I go into my, drawer, and I grab a certain pair of socks that will go with this right here. And next thing you know, I got that. And once I got that, I'm straight. Because that's me. That's me. Because I know I'm swagger. I know I'm cool. I know I'm, slick. I know I'm, And 9 times out of 10, not just the women, because I already know. The men, bro, I like that, bro. Like those shoes, man. I'm telling you. I already know. I already know. Because I know me. It ain't trying to be that slicky woo woo or trying to be that male pimp or that male hoe. That's not it. When I put stuff on, I gotta feel that. And I might wear a polka dot shirt with some straight, with square pants, cause I play with stuff. And then I might have I take my regular ties and I tie them in the bow ties. But I got regular ties too. That's all I gotta do, grab it and put it on. The bow tie, I flipped in the ties. So I got about 10 or 15 of them on a hanger. And I got my regular ties on the hanger. So if I feel like the bow tie, I'm gonna do the bow tie. If I feel like a regular tie, I'm gonna do the tie. And then if I feel like putting a pin right here and sticking that thing over like that, it's just certain little things I do, but I gotta get that wow factor. I'm talking about for me. And guess what? When I get that feeling like that, I know I'm going to attract that woman. I already know. Even young girls be like, "You look nice, mister." I'm like, "Thank you. You cute as I don't know how old are you?" But yeah. I'm telling you. It's So that's why for me, y'all, check this out. If I go to an event and Brandon Scott, our politicians are there, everybody gonna dress nice, slick. And 9 times out of 10, when I step in, I'm definitely gonna be slick. That's not a problem. My shoes gonna be a little bit different than anybody in there. Because where I get my shoes from, I know a lot of people don't order. It's your style. And some guys, they will say, "Wow, man, where you get them shoes from?" Something like that, because they don't see that type of style here. I got to the point, I like tight fit stuff. I don't want to say skinny, okay, because it's not skinny, or fit, right? And then what I started doing, my pants, I like my pants to be a little high up because I'm wearing colorful socks. Very, very, very attractive socks. Socks, you be like, "Oh my God, they look nice." But 9 times out of 10, my tie gonna match my sock, close to it, right? And I ain't even talking about the belt yet. I ain't even talking about the belt. But when I step out, I'm the one that gotta feel that feeling and wow. That's why if you tell me I look nice, I already know. Because I had to learn to build on my self-esteem like that. But see, what people will do, because you have confidence in yourself, you have courage in yourself, you might speak out about things that other people don't care. You ain't gotta be telling nobody, look, when I come on, and I need to make this clear more on TikTok, when I come on, I'm promoting my business and advertising my business and the work I do around Baltimore City. But then when I share about being a community activist, doing what I do, it's a woman that will say stuff like, "Why you bragging? Why you this and that? Why you?" I'm like, what? And some men might say it too. And then when you do that, I'm going to come back and clear some stuff up for you. Because I'm going to tell you how I used to sell drugs in the community and stuff. How my goal was to be one of the biggest drug dealers by the time I turned 26. It didn't work. 4 years later, I yelled out and asked God to help me. Because I seen my life spiraling out of control. Either I was going to end up killing somebody or somebody was going to end up killing me. I seen it coming. So I screamed out and I asked for help. And when I yelled, God. That was the hell of a yell. God, please. A lot of y'all talk about me. And I'm only trying to get back. What was freely given to me. I knew I had a calling on my life, right? I went out, I was living in Clifton, and I took something, and I went out, right? I was in the basement. And I always said, I said, God, and the devil was arguing over my body. I was gone. I said, God. But then I said, Jesus. No, it went from Jesus, I think, to Michael. It was the angel and the devil. And God brought me back. And I knew, I knew. And I still ran for the longest time. Until I got clean. I knew he wanted me into the ministry. I just didn't know where he wanted me to go. Like being a pastor, being an elder, being a deacon. I didn't know. But I knew I had a calling on my life. So I want you to keep judging me. I want you to keep talking about me. I knew, right? I went to the Church of the Redeemed. Got to know some people in there. Family now. One of the ministers came past me, well-dressed minister like me. He pointed at me, said, you know what? Well, how did he say it? He said something to me about coming and signing up for the deacon ministry. And by this time, I'm hurt. And I looked up at him and I wanted to say, you ain't no God, you don't be telling me what to do, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. And that's what God guided me at. I became an ordained deacon. And if you read up what a deacon mission is, and it talks about, we feel in where the pastors or the ministers, like their goal is to preach and teach and all that. So they didn't have time to go and help the widowers. And, I'm going to say the less fortunate people, that's the way I get it. Because it was more like helping the elders and stuff like that. The widowers, make sure they're taken care of. That's our job. But in a sense, that's why when you hear me say that about the individuals, the men and the women with children, the families. So basically, I'm doing all of that and helping to take care of his people, encouraging them, motivating them, empowering them. See, I'm walking in scripture because I'm doing what I was called to do. And on top of that, I can marry you. Because actually, my next step, if the Spirit want me to move in that area to become a pastor or a priest, then I will. But now, mind you, where I'm at right now, I am a warrior for Christ. That's my mission. That's why my mouth is my biggest weapon. Y'all don't get it. My mouth is my biggest weapon. and it's not pretty sometimes. So this is me and God talking, and it's the Holy Spirit. Let me do that. It's the Holy Spirit that makes scripture clear to me. That's why when you hear me talk, I'm talking in simple layman terms, but I might be talking about a scripture and you'll never know it. It'll pop in my head, but I'll break it down and speak in plain English. And I'm going to tell y'all this too. While y'all listening to me, you hear what I'm saying? And I realize, and y'all might not get it, my vocabulary is fucked up. Real simple. Because I came out in the 9th grade. So it's limited. And when I talk, y'all miss what I be saying. And I'm like, how they miss it? When it's plain and simple. But you know what I start realizing? Because I'm sharing from here. And I know you hear me here. I know you hear me. But you're not connected to me here. So you're not listening to actually what I'm saying. And some people catches it. Some people that they will sit back and it's like something, you know, God is telling me certain things. And they will sit back and text me everything that God is saying. So I know they listening to, they can relate to the spirit that's in me. And that's why I have to watch out who I deal with, who I talk to. Because if I come back a certain way, to you, it might sound weird and like, you know, all that. But no. I will sit here. That's why I tell people this too, right? I share, please, my experience, my strengths, and my hopes. Let me say this. If I have not experienced certain things for myself and I hear you, I'm just going to listen. Because I understand you got to go through what you got to do to go through to get where God wants you at, right? So it's not to fix you. But if I have experienced what you said, because the whole thing is I'm going to share my experience, my strengths, and my hopes. So anytime we talk about a topic, and I got experience in that area, I'm going to tell you. And I hear people that wants to share their opinion, their ideas and stuff. Go ahead and do what you got to do on what you think, how you feel. And people, they might not experience nothing that you're talking about, but they got opinion for it. And that's where a lot of times when people do that, and I'm talking about mainly on TikTok, when people do that, that's where the chaos and the confusion come in. Because what people do, they're not sharing from a level of their own personal experience. So next thing you know, and I see it a lot on TikTok, next thing you know, your platform then went real crazy. So now when I'm on my platform and you do that, you no. You coming back down. Because I don't mind you sharing your opinion or what you think or what you research. I don't mind you doing that. You can research your butt off. But when it comes to certain things in Baltimore City, because I'm not in DC, I'm not in Chicago, I'm not here, and I'm not there, you can research all you want. And because I'm in certain things, your research doesn't mean nothing. Because I'm seeing certain things for myself. And if they not out to actually see these things, to be able to report them back to you, that's why when I read certain things, articles and all of that, or I might look up a percentage. That's why people do that when we do research. Well, I'm going to tell y'all right now, unless it's back on there again, Baltimore City is off of that list of being one of the worst cities to come and visit.
Just trying to take your land.
Did y'all know that? We off there listening.
Old man.
So unless
Where he's here.
something happened, we'll be back on that list. Might be number 4, number 5. Because I'm going to tell y'all that was one of our goals early on with the spy plane. Is to get us out of that number 1 spot as far as the worst city to come and visit.
You can just find her.
So if Donald Trump tell y'all anything different, that's because he don't know. He listening to other people. I looked it up myself as a community activist, as a human rights advocate. Because I was seeing what number we was into now. Like number 3, number 4, number 5. And I forgot how many people on that list, like to go and visit, like cities. I'm telling y'all, it was other cities on there. Now we think Baltimore bad. Ooh. And I'm gonna tell you, this thing shocked me with DC.
Booked her dog with Thunderbolt.
This shocked me with DC. Because I know Baltimore City, I know we got our own, situations and stuff like that. But just to know what happened with DC, I'm like, what?
And all this after I took your mom out.
Can you imagine? And I know you're not. Here it is. We in our city. We got the National Guard
You're crazy.
looking over us like we are criminals when you know you're not. When it seems like if you leave your house and you go here, you go there, they all on you. Where you going? Where you at? You gotta get back in the house. They might not say that, I'm just saying. Come on. And I'm sitting up here, I'm like, how they gonna deal with that? Damn, it's bad enough that the police tend to pull you over for whatever reason. And there's a good chance anytime they stop you, you might not make it.
Check out Bill's Science Diet. It's formulated for long, healthier lives. Hey, that's smart. Anything for pets.
And what did he say? He said that the police department, I think, he's going to federalize them. So they'd be part of like the National Guards.
Purdue Global was there for me at a time of great uncertainty in my life. I really wasn't sure what was going to happen, what the future was going to hold.
And he threw out.
I want to try to do something else. This is an opportunity to do it. That ended up opening up.
He threw out. He said this. He mentioned the inner city people. And he mentioned the homeless people being in encampments and stuff. They got to move out. They're going to put them out. Where you going to put them at, Trump? They already homeless. Where you going to move them to? Or when y'all put them out, y'all ain't taking them nowhere. So a lot of them going to come out, find somewhere else to hide.
These include possessing or using drugs, providing alcohol to minors.
That's how the homeless people live.
You could be the one to make.
But now on top of that, they passed the law. If they sleeping out in public like that, they can arrest them. Did y'all know that? So 9 times out of 10, a lot of them gonna be arrested too. They going to prison. This is what this fucking man did. Ew, he cussed. He's an evil, nasty man. Yes, he is. But Donald Trump is the best thing that ever came in our lives, right? He's the best. Well, homeless people go. They already do. Where homeless people gonna go? They already down and out on their luck. Where they gonna go? I don't care. They ain't coming here, right? What just happened? And I got to call my man Tony. I got to call my cousin just to see how she doing. I know she lives in a more conservative area. I don't even know how that would work, y'all. I just know it's like if they call the National Guard and that's for protection and they limited with certain things, all that good stuff. And we're gonna be sitting over here watching them being enslaved and oppressed. So y'all better bet. I don't know how long they're gonna do it. If it's gonna be like a year, the National Guard is gonna be there. But believe me, if it's only 3 months, 6 months, yeah, they might slow certain things down because that's typical. But if our young hustlers is not ready to stop hustling, I don't care who you put in there, they're gonna find a way to still do what they do. Y'all should have called me and talked with me. Cause you got a man that don't really understand. I remember back in the days when like the police wasn't around, we did what we did. When the police came around, we hid it. 5-0, 5-0. I'm talking old school. Do you think they're not gonna do it again if it get to that point? Where they're gonna get an area anyway, where they could do what they gotta do. And the moment they see like the police or the National Guard, they're gonna just they're gonna stash their stuff. You should have talked with me first, so I can tell you, get you familiar with the hustling game. Then again, you already know Trump, but you should have talked with me. All y'all conservative, bougie people don't have a damn clue on how to resolve anything. Just lock them up. Send away. Come on. Get them off the street. I need to ride past Greenmount because they might be finished that $1 billion a prison over there. Probably got a lot to do with that too, Trump. Investing your money in there. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all of y'all. But this is Baltimore City. And Brandon Scott, and I'm letting you know now, bro. Trump, I hope you're paying attention. Because Brandon Scott posting a lot of stuff on Facebook and stuff. Because he trying to let you know, don't come to Baltimore with the bull crap. I'm telling you. Try him. And he's sending stuff to the people, just like you doing. Or not you. Oh, that was something else he just said. Look. Tonight, I'll be doing Laura Coates live on CNN to talk about the real progress we're making to drive down crime and build a safer Baltimore. You know why he's doing this? Because of what Donald Trump doing over there. And see, the only part with me, what I hear him saying, driving down the crime rate and stuff like that, not being smart, I respect that, but it's y'all. It's the people. It's actually the people that's not, out there. I'm talking about our young people and stuff like that. That's out there. How can I find? I'm trying to find that other word. Being as destructive as they used to be. So they didn't put some measures in, but it's y'all. It's the people that's not doing it, committing the crime. Because in order for you to slow stuff down or resolve certain issues, you gotta have them do the crime and then clean it up. But it's y'all. See, that's what I had to realize because of the work that's being done in the community. That's the people in the community. The ones that's really used to doing, killing and all that type of stuff, they slowing it down. It's like they coming to reality. But some of the stuff that they are putting in place, and you have to get the courage, or you have to get the people to actually see what you're doing so they'll stop doing what they're doing. And then on top of that, keep in mind, 9 times out of 10, because I got to go back to the prison, right? 9 times out of 10, when they put stuff together to come into the community and talk with the people, like I'm trying to think some of the programs we had, right? When they put stuff together like that, and the nonprofits in the community, like I said, with the people, the citizen, it's y'all that's not committing it now. You slowing it down, that's all. You slowing it down because we already know crime is not, that's like people going to rob, people going to do things, stuff going to happen. But the goal is you want to slow a lot of it down. If you can get it to the point where people just won't commit a crime no more, that's not life. That's not life. Where you can get it to the point where it's less of that, where people starting to feel safe to come back out into the community, to walk there in the harbor, to enjoy themselves in their own neighborhood. That's why with myself, along with him, that's why people like Simmons, people like Pastor Hathaway, people like Dr. Chisholm, all of us in different areas, and these are human activists, right? Human rights advocate, civil rights advocate, people that's in the community, that's with programs. Remember, I always talk about the programs to help people in turning their lives around. So I'm going to say this right now because of some of the stuff that he's not by himself. He's doing is starting to slow some things down. Because I looked it up. Where, be honest, 200 homicides for 2024. No, yeah, just 25. 200. They got it down to they reported 201. I couldn't believe it. Because a couple of years ago, when we got that plane here to try to fight for the reduce the crime, the homicide rate in Baltimore City, it was 343. 343 that year. And to see that it's down, down to 2, and we was talking about getting it below 2. And I'm just blown. And I don't know, so because of the statistics, right? I don't know if it's actually true, but I can only go by myself from what I read. But to me, I don't believe it's that low. But it might be. It might be because people play with stuff. What? I'm so retarded. I'm so retarded. I'm old. I'm sitting up here reading something that I put on one of my pages, right? Just a description. It says, Stephen Copeland, I give all honor and glory to God. Thank you for my family and friends. Each and every one of y'all hold a special place in my heart. I mean, in my heart and mind. Baby Ava, that's my granddaughter. And baby Ava, granddaddy love you, and your big brother, Khalil Baskerville. I'm so retarded because I'm sitting up here now. Who is Khalil? I, I'm so retarded. Wait a minute, who Khalil? Who is this right here? That's my dang old grandson. That's terrible. That's terrible. I'm like, yo, you don't know shit. I ain't know I put this here. That's why I was shocked because I haven't read it in a long time. I haven't read it in years. Oh, Khalil, that's my grandson, Khalil. I think he's driving and everything too. I haven't seen him in a little bit because they live in the county. But I haven't seen him and my baby Ava in a little bit. And I told my daughter, the other day that all of us need to go to dinner.
It's a threat to our country. We have other cities also that are bad.
He said a threat to this
You look
country.
at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles.
I only want to, and you talking about making America great again, bro. Come on. You send a real big miss message. A real big miss message. You send a big message. Talking about you gonna make America great again, but look at the stuff you're doing. That's backwards. Uncle T, that is really backwards. I'm gonna make America great again. I'm gonna make America great again, but you making lives miserable. And look, when I hear that I'm gonna make America great again, and I'm looking at what he doing, I'm like, I wonder, do he have in mind to bring slavery back? Is that his part of making America great again? Where he can dictate and run the people's lives? And then most of the people that he talked about, he's talking about the inner city black community, poor community. He's talking about the homeless people. He mentioned them. He ain't say nothing about the conservatives. Well, that's your middle class. He ain't say nothing about your millionaires, because there's three classes of people. You got your people that's in poverty, live below you got your low income people, your middle class, and then you have your upper class. So the goal is to take out the less fortunate. Now, if they don't, be honest with you, that would be beautiful. I'm talking about if they don't start shooting at each other, because I got this feeling our people ain't gonna let you go like that. And if they start committing a lot of murders over there, people gonna start coming from around the world over there for the National Guards. Watch. Baltimore seemed the most significant. Watch, I'm telling y'all. Bye, Steve. Why you right there? Move. I'm trying to read this. One of my pictures came there. Baltimore has seen one of the most significant reduction in violent crimes in the country. As a matter of record, Trump is back to his old narrative about Democrats-led cities. The president, Donald Trump, again refers Baltimore while speaking about crime. This time, it was during his announcement to D.C. police under federal control and deployed the National Guard in the nation's capital. The full story. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Watch. Let them start taking a lot of the people out over there, the National Guard. It's going to be a bunch of groups that's going to go for their asses. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This is not the time for that. Then somebody, Bishop, said Trump is threatening to take over Baltimore, New York, Chicago, Oakland, and Los Angeles. He's throwing hints. But y'all got to understand, the same way he's sending people to call himself watching over people, we're talking about other human beings. That will start a big fight right there. 5 cities. Tell me again how neither Trump nor America are racist. Trump not racist. We see it. We see what he's doing. And it's beginning to be so more obvious. So a lot of what is it, supremacist stuff like that, we already know. We already know. And I'm just saying this because y'all got this idea in your head that y'all can come for us and we're gonna just let it happen. Not this time. Okay? So tell your friends, come. And I'm telling y'all, this in life, they're going to turn around and start taking y'all out. Watch. Come on. Come over talking that bull crap. And if you think I'm lying, watch how people start. And I'm looking at as an activist, right? I'm looking at as just the person that what we do to help build back up the community. If anything get to a certain point, they're gonna start pulling us together. I'm talking about this group over here, this group right here, because they ain't gonna tolerate what he trying to do. They not. I'm looking at We Ours Us. I'm looking at other groups like Baltimore. I'm looking at Eric and them is not into certain things, but Safe Streets, right? And the reason why I said Safe Streets is because you got a lot of old heads that members that used to be in a certain thing. So I'm telling y'all, if it gets to that point that some innocent DC people start going down, they gonna come. They gonna come. And they gonna go there. Watch. They gonna run the National Guards out of there. I'm telling y'all, watch. Black people ain't gonna take that shit this time. They ain't gonna take it. They gonna come together and they gonna go over there. They gonna, whoa! What you talking about, Kwesi?
When I was diagnosed with HIV, I didn't know.
RFK Jr. isn't making America healthy again. He's making it sicker. In just months as HHS security, he's gutted. Ooh, where you go? He's gutted life-saving programs. He guttered life-saving programs. Stacked vaccine skeptics on critical committees, and mismangled the worst missile outbreak in 30 plus years. Look what Donald Trump and them doing, y'all. This is from Kwesi. This Kwesi.
Tell your healthcare provider about all the medicines and supplements you take. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding or have kidney or liver problems. If you have hepatitis B, don't stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your healthcare provider. Common side effects are diarrhea, nausea, and headache. No matter where life takes you, Biktarvy.
And then let me see, because this guy right here, he trips me out. Leo Terrell. He said on national TV, President Trump called Newsom and Mayor Bass incompetent, and I agree with him 100%. Somebody can kick you up your ass, bro. It's a black man. Somebody gonna go for you. Kick you right up your ass. You better make sure you have security. That's why I don't like. Look, not TikTok. This is X, right? This is Twitter. So you know most of the politicians and people like that be on here, right? It say after President Donald Trump said Baltimore is so far gone on crime, Baltimore, Maryland, Brandon Scott, Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott, and Maryland Governor Westmore led nearly 50 officials in responding via joint statement. You ain't freaking lying. Bring his ass here. Come on, Trump. Come on. That's all they telling you. Be more careful, baby. They just letting you know, white boy, they got something for your ass. Now you want that gangster to come out? Come on. They got something for you, bro. Oh my God, President Trump decided to mobilize the National Guard to conduct municipal policing in D.C. lacks serious and is dangerous. It is. And this is Governor Westmore. They mad. They mad. They mad because they already know what's going to happen in D.C. They are mad. We wait outreach from the White House if they want to have a serious conversation. Look what I told y'all. They got, look, y'all got, I'm telling y'all, Brandon Scott from Park Heights. He grew up Park Heights. I used to hang up Park Heights. I hustled up Park Heights.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I mean, I barely
Pennsylvania Avenue,
one step at a time.
North Avenue, Harlem Avenue. Trump bringing the Negro out of people. Trump get ready to bring the Negro. And y'all got to understand too, the same with Westmore. Even though Westmore now, his life had turned around amazingly. But what happens when you're doing certain things and you cause that black man or you cause us to go into that war zone mentality, like, come on. And that's what Trump doing. He's challenging people. Oh, they coming. Brandon Scott put a no on it. This is the latest effort by the president to distract from us. He should be focused, including the roller coaster of the U.S. economy, thanks to his policies. I'm gonna tell Brandon. I can tell he mad. I'm gonna send Brandon a message. I'm gonna say, you mad as shit, ain't you? When it comes to public safety in Baltimore, he should turn off the right-wing propaganda and look at the facts.
It reminds me of another time, a simpler time.
They mad. They are mad.
This is so full of joy. It's like there's no else in the world you better.
They are mad.
So you do this often?
Who's Torrance King? Where's Black Lives Matter at now? Ooh. Where's Black Lives Matter at now? Officer David Ross lost his life doing his job on August the 8th. I didn't hear about that. I probably heard about it, just didn't pay too much attention. Ooh. Is that you? Yeah, it's Terrence.
So are all your paintings of the island?
Bro. Elon Musk. They ain't posting stuff over there. There's somebody running their pages. President Trump. President Trump. My father always used to tell me, son, when you walk into a restaurant and you see a dirty front door, don't go in, because if the front door is dirty, the kitchen is dirty. If your capital is dirty, our whole country is dirty. So you know he talking about Trump. He ain't talking about Trump straight out. But the point is, he said his father, this guy right here, Josh, he said President Trump, yes he did, he mentioned it. President Trump, my father always used to tell me, son, you walk into a restaurant and you see a dirty door front, don't go in. I love the way he's putting this. Because if the front door is dirty, the kitchen is also dirty. Our capital, talking about DC, is dirty. Our whole country is dirty. So he's talking about Trump. The cutball shit he doing. And he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Oh, they mad. They mad big time. Thanks, Brandon Scott is the best mayor. How could anyone take anything else he said seriously? Wait a minute, you talking about Brandon Scott. Thanks, Brandon Scott is the best mayor. How could anyone take anyone else he says seriously? Baltimore is a terrible run city, and crime only dropped after Ivan Bates replaced Mosby. All right, I got you. Don't make me come back after you, Charm City, and begin putting criminals in jail. That's your whole job. No, Ivan Bates, that's my boy. And a lot of prisoners, right? Because when I first met Ivan Bates, I used to invite Ivan Bates out to the stuff that I would have in the community. Being with Communities United. You know, I would go to certain schools and do certain things. Y'all ain't know about that. Y'all ain't know about Steve, right? So, Ivan Bates, because I met him in the community. He was running for state's attorney the first time. I would call Ivan Bates if we having something at the school. I would call Ivan Bates to come out to be a speaker. And I'm gonna tell you somebody that I used to call too that I haven't seen in a while, and that's the pastor Wesley. I haven't seen him in a while, but him and he used to come out and do some stuff with me as well, the community function stuff, right? And I haven't seen him in a while, man. But anyway, I hope he's doing all right too. But I haven't seen him in a while. Ivan Bates, right? I did not know that he was a defense attorney. I didn't know. I just knew he was running. It was something about him that caught my attention, right? So now I'm thinking, when I deal with you, I'm thinking you either community activist, human rights advocate, homeless advocate. When I see you fighting or your best interest is the people, hey, come on, let's hang. You know, as far as helping the people put their lives together, right? So anyway, that's how I met Ivan Bates. All of them. When I say all of them, anybody that was running for a political seat or running for office, keep in mind, not just the Democrats. There was a lot of Republicans that was reaching out to me too, because they wanted me to help them win their seats because of my big mouth that y'all kind of find repulsive. But see, it's people that knows Steve just run off of his mouth. He's about action. Who are the ones? And I'm talking about my brothers and sisters that just listen to me and think I'm this strange guy they're gonna do. No. People like Ivan Bates and them can tell you. He's a connector right here. Steve is a connector. He know how to bring people together. And that's how they look at me. That's how I met a lot of our great leaders in Baltimore City that y'all don't know too much about. And they go through hell trying to straighten Baltimore out. And sometimes, even though we have the crime and everything, when I go through the city, it's like in certain areas in the inner city, it's so peaceful and quiet. And it's like, damn. They make it look so horrible. And don't forget it. Yeah, we got some messed up areas. We do. Sometimes you can go in the most destructive, I'm gonna say the deepest part of the inner city, and it's so nice. But you can about 3 blocks away, you can have them up there acting like total fools, and then the news will come out. It's everything to make you think that's everywhere. No. And see, if you're not in the community to see this type of stuff, you would think it's everywhere. Because they're not reporting to you that so many people, like programs and all of that, that they have to enhance the community. And you won't know about it if you don't go to none of these functions sometimes. Or you don't listen to a big mouth dude like me. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. When I get more names, right, because I'm going to start bringing my little list back over here. So that way I can read people's stuff off to y'all. And if you live in a productive life and it's not for you, give it to your family. Because that's the whole point. We got to come together, y'all. And keep in mind, Brandon Scott,
Hey,
Governor Westmore,
apologize for disappearing like that. Back in the studio.
they let Trump know with the stuff they saying, don't come here with that shit. Do not come here with that shit. You went over D.C. Right there where you at. The capital. And I'm going to tell you, I can't get it out my head, y'all. This is real low. It's going to cut off for me. I'm looking at the plantation. I'm looking at the fucking plantation, which is the White House. I'm looking at the big White House. And then I'm looking around, at the people that's surrounding the big White House. I'm looking at the plantation. And I believe they saying the same things too. To control and dictate the inner poor communities. And most of them in there are black. Right in our faces. And I'm like to myself, if they don't pressure them over DC and they can feel as normal as possible, their life, and it's just that the National Guard out there, they not running around through certain things and get out the street, blah, 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 because I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know. But if they over there and they interfere with people's daily life, there's going to be some trouble. It's going to be some trouble. It's going to be some trouble. I see it. And I'm not the only one. And I guarantee y'all go on my Facebook page, you got a lot of people. And please, y'all, when I say white people, please, I'm not talking about everybody. Okay? If you're not one of the ones that wants to see the black community or the black population destroyed, I'm not talking about you. And I don't feel comfortable saying it because my son's girlfriend is white. I don't have nothing against white people. Okay? But I see what y'all doing. And I think it's sad. And I know it's a lot of y'all that's not into it too. But it's Tim Faisenberg. I blocked you, bro. I blocked you. When I looked at one of your pages and the guy talked about hanging the black man, I said, what the fuck? And I blocked you, bro. Because I know there's a lot of the stuff you put up have a little race in it. And I said, oh my God. And when me and Cherie had the restaurant up Park Heights, that's how we met y'all. Feeding the community, You and Alexander and all that. I didn't know you was like that, bro. I did not know.
You didn't see anything.
I told you she wasn't there.
And you deliberately, every time you post something, it happens to do
All I know is
towards a black person. Either it's Jasmine Crockett or something along that line. It's a Democrat,
She's the same one almost every.
but they're black. And then your followers come in and they start cutting them down. Then I'll come in. I don't care if you come after me. Because, you know, I'll start calling you names and kids the booty. You know, I'll be picking with you. And then I'll be like, I'm just playing with y'all. I love you. I'll be saying little stupid stuff, but I pick with you. Because I'll be seeing the racism within you.
Go with the limb and the person.
Like you so much better.
In the park. That's nice.
If you sit up here,
Look, I don't understand.
you're a human being.
Just go down there.
And
You are a human
get
being.
this sorted out. I'll be in touch.
So you bleed like us. If you eat certain things, you go to the bathroom like us. And you gonna judge a person for their color? You's a sorry piece of trash.
Thanks to Purdue Global.
Why?
I got my literal dream job.
Why?
That's about the power of Purdue.
But going to class from
It's ugly. It's nasty.
starting yours today at
When you feel like just because somebody is not your complexion or something like that, and then you want to turn around and try to have hate for them, that's how miserable you are as a human being. No love, no compassion, none of that inside of you.
See how much more you get at Mazda today.
Because the thing that trips me out, right? I don't know you, and I ain't talking about no white man now. I don't know you, but some people hate me. I'm like, how you gonna hate me? You don't even know me. How in the heck you gonna hate me? It's not like you talk to me, we hang out, but you don't like me. You don't even know me. I don't like you anyway. No, it ain't me. It's you don't like your damn self. Because you don't know me. And that's the thing that tripped me out with some people, y'all. If I know you don't know me, right, and you sitting up here trying to say things about me, and the thing that trips me out, I'm like, I don't know you. But you bad-mouthing me like you know me. Like me and you hung out and I did something stupid to you. And I'm like, I don't even know you. And I'm only saying that, y'all, because we do that. Not everybody. But how can I dislike you when I don't even know you? You haven't even did nothing to me wrong or, you know, gave me a chance to, you know, just part of your life. So, I'm just looking at some stuff, y'all. Don't take me personal for anything. Please don't. Please. Because I'm just looking at what's happening. My heart go out to DC, y'all. Y'all, come on. Because now, crime is everywhere. But I'm looking at the people, too, that's not a part of that criminal lifestyle or they're violent, they're doing certain things. Because you got people that live in the inner city who's not involved in criminal activities and stuff. Just trying to mind their business and move forward in life. So those are going to be the ones that suffer too. I don't care what you do. They're going to still hustle. Unless you got programs for, say, like drug addicts to go to and stuff like that. If you're not coming in with, like, preventive maintenance programs, spending money, you got to spend money. You have to spend money. Because the people that's homeless, if you don't put them somewhere, they're going to go somewhere else and sleep. So I'm hoping now. I don't know because I didn't hear that other part. So they might have set something up where the homeless people will have somewhere to go. I just didn't hear that part. Now, when you got your little hustlers out there, you got your ones robbing people, you got your ones stealing people. Stealing from people. You have to have something where they can like work themselves, get a job, stuff like that, and teach them not to take what don't belongs to them. And then you got to work with the ones that feel like it's okay to go and rob somebody at the gunpoint. You got to talk with these people. You got to, now y'all might have it. I don't know because I didn't hear that part yet. So do you have programs? Do you have like I'm going to say the homeless people, do y'all have a facility that they maybe a transitioning program over there where some of them can go into so they can get the proper help and getting housing, apartment or something like that. Now, when you got somebody that got SSI and SSDI, their money is limited. They get 9 something a month. So that's the one with the SSI. So with those people that get SSI, 9 times out of 10, they're older. So you can get a senior, you can put them in a senior citizen apartment for around about $200, $300 a month. It'll come right out their money. And then they have like 600, they got to budget it that will hold them out the rest of the month. So my thing is, do y'all have all of this type of stuff, programs available for the people that's going to need the help the most? Then when you got people that's on the street, let me do this right here. When you have young men that's hustling, they trying to make money. Now, when I got off the streets, the money that I was making wasn't coming the way it was when I started working. But I wasn't doing it illegally. You get me? So I'm working. I'm living a decent life. I ain't trying to do that no more. I ended up getting I had my class A. So I ended up focusing more on my tractor trailer driving, which helped me take care of my family. So now, when you got a young man that's out there don't know, well, you can get into culinary classes. Or what do you like to do? What do you want to do? What's your passion? This is how I talk to people. What's your passion? What you say you want to do when you grow up? So somebody might say, I want to be a barber. Or, electrician. I want to get into trying to think of some more stuff. Career-minded jobs. Like plumbing. I'm trying to think of that. God dang, because I haven't said it. I'm trying to think of it. The iron thing. But anyway, it's going to pop in. And that's how I talk about young. It's a trip. I'm gonna get ready to get off though. But my tablet went off. and I had to go back on my phone in order to stop this. But as I was saying, that's what I do, y'all. It's you like when you out in the streets. Well, I'm on Pennsylvania, and little by little by little, I'm trying to mingle with the ones that's out there, the younger ones. I want to be considered when I come up as big uncle, something like that, right? When I come up. So as I come up, and I can talk to certain ones and let them know when you ever get to that point that you want to, do something different, just let me know. Which is, legal. Where everything out there trying to hustle and you're not really making no money. And I ask them stuff like this. Do you have children? Now, these people might be around about 20, 25, 30. And I ask them, do you have children? And they'll say, yeah, I might have 2 or 3. I'm just using it as examples. And this is what I tell them. By you out there doing what you're doing, there's a good chance you can go to prison. And if your girl watching the kids while you out here doing this and that, and your goal is as a man, you out there hustling to protect your family, to make sure your family's straight. Now watch where I go. If you get locked up, right? Your girl end up getting into another relationship, and that person end up molesting your children or your child. Who gonna be there to protect them? And the reason why I'll share certain things like that, right, to help them think that I'm not gonna be there to take care of my family. And there's a good chance somebody can hurt your family. So that's why I talk with people to help them.
Patty?
I'm trying not to do that.
Patty, are you there? Oh, hi, honey. Oh, hi, Rose. I thought maybe Patty was back.
I'm trying not to. I don't even know what was your purpose of putting that up there.
You just missed her. She checked out of a
A
hospital.
tarot card reader told my cousin to love himself, and now he's banned from Burger King for life.
I assumed she was running for the ferry.
That's sad. You alright though? I mean, since you felt like you had to come in and put something like that in there, are you alright? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Since you felt like you needed to come in and put that there? I'm getting ready to delete it.
No, please wait.
I'm sorry, ma'am. The boat's pulled around.
Because I don't even know what was the purpose for it.
Is there any way you can stop the ferry? I have to find her.
What's her name?
Patty McMullen.
Is this an emergency?
Well, not exactly, no.
Well, I can't stop the boat unless it's an emergency.
I have to find out if she's...
I'll tell you what, I can sell you a ticket. You can catch the next boat. That's the best that I can do. Hey! Wait! You can't go down there!
Trying to,
Come on.
you did not have to come up here with it. You did not have to come up here with it. All right, family. Love you.
Daddy, where the hell are you? You better not have gotten on that stupid boat without me. I'm not
get ready to go rest up. Now,
Call me back right now.
Watch, it's gonna be some look. Even tomorrow, watch. They gonna be on it. They gonna be on this thing. Trump, come on, bro. You trying to talk about B more? They ain't gonna take that. Dang you, whoa, you too close, bro. That B more is not. We not. I'm telling you, they gonna come up against you, man. They Baltimore City, shoot. No, but they watch. They throwing hints at him now. Ain't nobody got time for your old tale. And what did Brandon Scott them say? If y'all don't realize this man is racist by now, you'll never see it. You'll never realize it. You'll never realize it. And he's targeting the poor people. I can see right now, I can see a lot of people. No, he not. He's a good man. He's the best man that ever I can see y'all now. A lot of y'all that's proving this message. He's a great man. He not racist.
Things were said, Patty got upset and she left.
I'm telling y'all,
I don't know.
a lot of y'all Donald Trump fans better watch it. Because I'm telling y'all start bragging about that, y'all might get smacked. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do. I'm not violent like that. But I can tell you now, a lot of y'all that there and say something stupid when they really know what's going on, even you black people. I'm not gonna tell you please don't take it wrong.
I didn't have a degree. I like my job. I just said it's silly.
I'm telling you.
I never thought college was life.
I just now it might not now. It might not. But I see a lot of negative stuff coming out of this. I see a lot of I see a lot of chaos coming.
When I was diagnosed with HIV, I didn't know who I would be.
I see it. And a lot of y'all don't want to respond to my stuff because y'all don't even want people to know that we connected. I know it. Oh, there you go, man. He on his page talking about the greatest man that ever, lived. There's God over there.
Prevents transmitting HIV through sex. Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Don't take Biktarvy if you take.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't like Brandon Scott. I ain't got nothing against no Brandon Scott or none of that. I call him nephew. Told y'all that.
If you have hepatitis B, don't stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your healthcare provider. Common side effects were diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
No matter where life takes you,
it's a good feeling when you associate yourself.
Why do we even buy apples?
Do I need to appreciate guacamole? No, it's high. This is chocolate, right? Let's do this.
Pie? Yeah.
No matter who's doing it, on what cycle, or in what temperature, Tide works. So I can focus on all the other questions.
The crabs have eyebrows.
For all of life's laundry questions, it's got to be Tide.
Well, that was awkward.
I got this feeling
The door's open.
I'm gonna be speaking out on a lot of this. I'm gonna be speaking out on a lot of it.
You can't be selfish, Chris. You've got to think of the others.
I just did.
Yes, and we're very grateful.
I got this feeling I'm gonna be speaking out on this.
Now, there's just one small
Oh Lord have mercy.
on camera.
Maybe you already know.
Jill. Jill, please. Jill.
Is this the one? Yeah. Look, not you know where they are. Most right here is the best candy ever.
I think you should too.
Where is it?
She's not there.
Fine.
All right.
Sarah Jakes. Oh, that's TD Jake's daughter. Oh, he got something hanging up there. Say he turned the shit out the roof. He under the tunnel. He in the tunnel.
I know. We're a small team. We don't.
It's over there.
Y'all are not going to believe. Hey guys, this media boxing.
For years, Baltimore was a poster child for big city crime, but now it's becoming the model for a turnaround. Gun violence has fallen more rapidly there than in any other major
Didn't I tell
US
you?
city. One way
It's the
Baltimore
gun
has
law.
reduced crime
That's
is by tapping
right.
into the expertise of people.
And hotties, you won't believe Shamar Moore fumbled over the years. Number one.
Kevin.
Who lives here?
Hey, Kevin.
I wanted to call Ross T. McNutt, right? Because he came here with the spy plane for us to help reduce the homicide rate and stuff like that, right? And they rejected it. And 3 years later, they got it down to about 200. The murder rate. That's what he was getting ready to talk about. Now, be honest, some of the stuff that's been still happening here, it kind of make you think it didn't. But from, I guess, their research and everything, the gun violence, remember I said that? It's the gun part that they will report on. Now, if you live in Baltimore City and you got killed in the county, do y'all know you're not added into like the ones that was killed in Baltimore City? So you're not counted in that? So can you imagine how many of our people that got killed on the outer skirts that we didn't hear about? You know, on my page, A New Be More City, that page was created for the 343 that was murdered back in 2017. So, it's 2 of them on there, names that I put there, and they, was it 2 or 3? Because I haven't read it in a while. Was killed in the county, but they lived in Baltimore City and they wasn't included. So that's how I met Kiki, because I was talking about Kiki's son was born in the inner city, but he was killed in the county, so he wasn't included in that count. And when I met Kiki, I was talking about that. We was up Emerson, and Kiki was like, "So my son don't matter." So basically, the reason why I'm saying this, y'all, because some of the names that I took that didn't live in the city, when we opened up our multi-purpose center, I was going to name some rooms after those that grew up in Baltimore or lived in Baltimore, but they was killed in the county.
Let me go. You just made a big mistake, lady.
You know what? By me talking like this, just about some of the things, I'm sitting up here, y'all. I've done a lot of stuff around in Baltimore City. Done a lot of work to try to,
Don't give you the right
get the
ton of
crime
my
rate
property.
down,
No, I could have shot you.
Where is she? Where's
help people
Sure,
get
I already told
jobs,
Chris. She got herself all in a twist
you
and left.
know, and
Patty?
I'm looking
Right,
at
yeah,
it,
sure.
even though it was
Got back
years
the
in the
other day.
makings,
She got her
right?
stuff and checked out of the
I'm
house,
looking at
and then when she got
everything
back
that
here,
we
I guess
kind
she
of
got
set
some
up to
stuff.
do
You know, whatever.
is falling into
Where did she
place
go, Kevin? I don't know.
with what
She just-
Brandon Scott and them
she just
doing.
blew
It's
up.
falling into
Offered
place.
to give her a ride to
So
the ferry, but she just kept walking.
it might not
That's
seem
last
like
time I
it,
saw
it might not feel like it,
her.
but just to know that they have reduced the homicide rate with the guns now, with the gun down to 200, and that was our goal back in 2017 to get it back, to get it down under 200.
I don't believe in you.
And it's being reported now.
I'm telling you how it's your bag.
And I did look it up. I did look it up.
What does that mean?
But that was the research part of
She's too embarrassed.
the homicide rate coming down.
Stacks of luggage in his basement. Luggage.
But keep in mind,
And watches and
truth
jewelry
is
and
told,
personal belongings, women's belongings.
I think the
All stashed in a
citizens
test
of
safe
Baltimore
separate
City,
phone.
the ones that normally
Just think about it. You didn't know it.
they do commit crimes, right? Those are the ones that's slowed down from going out there doing what they're doing. And then on top of that, if you heard what they said too, Ivan Bates, you know, locked a lot of people up. But a lot of people made the decision to stop. Tell me. Or, you know, trying to work things out, do things a different way. But look, y'all, I love y'all. I gotta change this thing on my feet. Supposed to change it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm gonna go ahead and change it. Should have changed it earlier. Then I'm gonna take my butt to sleep. And I just want to say this: I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I do. I see I got two eyes over here looking at me. I don't know how many might be on my other channels, but I just want to say I love y'all. I do my best. I hate the fact right now I can't get up and run the way I want to run to help our people. But I want to say this too because I thought about Tashawn. Thank you, Tashawn. Thank you, Wanda. These are my board members. Thank y'all for holding down the fort. Thank you, Tashawn, because you've been dealing with a lot of the clients in the building and talking with Miss Coco so we can try to get them out of there. I need my white box truck fixed. I need it fixed. That's why I asked people to donate some money to me. I got to put a window in the box truck. Prayfully, I got my ignition switch that I need somebody to put on the box truck, right? And I got to get it up and running because there's a good chance I'm going to need it to move these people. And I've been asking people. Thank you for the 200 though. A window is going to at least cost me. I'm trying to get it for less than about 3, right? If I can get it up here to the house, I think Safe Light Repair, something like that. They'll come to the house and change it, but they won't go down to the building. I think certain zip codes they just not coming in, you know, because I tried to get them to come out and replace the window, and they said they don't serve that zip code. So I said that must be in their eyesight. That must be one of them areas don't go in, you know. So I said I might have to look get some tags for my truck and drive the look even take that damn window out and drive it up here and then cover the whole front. I'm all in my head with stuff, right? But I gotta get a window for that.
What's his story?
I gotta get it. So get it from out of there so Miss Deborah and them can go ahead and do their thing. And then again, just to get her out the way, and everybody got to come out that building. Matter of fact, at one point I was like, yeah, I'll go back and then I'll do this and I'll do that. I think I'm gonna just let it go. I don't even want to be bothered, you know. So that's just what I said. But God got some bigger, better stuff. I already know for the stuff that I've been going through, and I know God got something bigger and better. I know it. I can feel it in my spirit. But it's just the point of being patient, waiting around, you know, stuff like that. But I know out of everything that I've been going through, I know He has something bigger and better. Because when I got in that building and I just seen the blessing to be able to have a building, say like if I had 10 residential properties, if I had 10, now I'm running from house to house to make sure everything go right. But what happened here, I was able to get a place, 908, that covered the whole 10 houses if I was to get it out on the street. So I ain't had no problem paying, making sure she got her rent and gas and like the stuff like that, right? Because she was helping me, where I didn't have to run here and run there with the housing part. Everything was in one spot, and I loved it. But people flip, so people flip, and that's what got me. This person flipped on me. I ain't know she was bipolar, schizophrenic, or what. She flipped. And I looked at her as a professional woman. She flipped on me. And now she down there making the people's lives miserable. And from what I understand, and I know Cassandra don't play. I heard Cassandra came for her. Cassandra do not play. I already know that. Because sometimes I had to go leap into Sienna. I mean, not say Sienna. Cassandra. Ass. Now, forget my language like that, right? But when I say that, you can tell Cassandra was hurt. Whatever it was, she was hurt. So certain people, when you get to know them a little bit, and you meet that loving, caring side, that beautiful side, and then the next minute, it's like they in their zone. And I'll recognize certain things, but my goal is, whenever you in your state of mania zone, and I have to raise up on you, because my whole goal is to try to catch your attention, to bring you down out of it. And I'm gonna tell you what tends to happen. When I call 911 and the police come, they can be zapping out. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this because you been. As soon as the police come, it's like, hi, how you doing? And then I'll tell the police what's what. Because if you need your meds, I need you to help them. Well, they don't seem like nothing wrong with them, blah, blah, blah. And I say, okay. They do it every time. They do it every time. Because what they do, they ask them, do you feel like you want to kill yourself or hurt other people? Now, mind you, and I just told you, she just threatened to kill me. But she got to kill me in order for y'all to lock her up. That's where they at now. That's where they at. They got to see it for their own two eyes. So, and the police will know how, when they come, say like a person in that state of mania, the police already know when they come that they're going to act normal as possible. Because that's what one of the officers told me. Yeah, I know you like this, I know you like this. But they won't do nothing unless a crime has been committed. And then they got to see it with their own two eyes. That's what this police was telling me. They got to actually see somebody do something to you. I say, what? Now, things might have changed again. But that was, That was what. Ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just getting up out of that chair. Let me try to get back to. That's what one of the police was telling me, right? That the way they change things, the only time they can interfere if they see the crime for themselves. I was like, wow, yep. But now that's not true too. Now this just little stupid stuff they say, and that's not true because what tends to happen, if they see, they don't have to see it, but some of them will lock you up anyway for something that they did not see, but then they turn around and So Carl Shipley told me that. Carl Shipley was like, you know, no, Carl Shipley and what's her name? They was telling me that they can't really do too much unless they see the crime with their own two eyes. And this was the Eastern District Police Department. And I said, oh my God. So it's like the only way they can help you, like if a person committed a crime, they gotta see it. So I was picking with them, right? I was picking with them. So I'm like, well, if that person killed me, right, you're not gonna do nothing. But if I come back alive and he killed me in front of you, then y'all can arrest him. Y'all know they turned around and walked away. Because what I was telling them, what I was telling them sounds so stupid. But they told me that's how the laws have changed. That's what they were telling me. We can't do nothing unless we see it with our own two eyes. But look, the same police that told me we can't do nothing unless we see it with our own two eyes, that's the one that created the 14 charges. So see how he see how he criticized his own shit. You didn't see it with your own two eyes, but you gonna create 14 charges and then lock me up. And a fake and the police report never stated I did anything to him. And y'all locked my ass up. That's what happened when you run off with your big mouth. That's what it was. Let me get off here so I can change my I gotta change my stuff. I'm supposed to change it like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I want to look at it. That's why I'm gonna get ready to get off. And then I'm gonna take my butt back to sleep. Sorry, like y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I do. No matter what I say out my mouth, y'all, just keep in mind I'm a roughneck. I'm a roughneck. And I pray and I ask God to slow me down, help me be more professional, stuff like that. And I try my best not to. I don't want to appear ignorant, nasty, and mean to y'all. I don't want to do that. But keep it real. Whenever I talk about certain things really hurt. It hurts. Knowing that we're being mistreated, knowing that, like, for me, I'm comfortable with certain things because I'm not out into the world like I used to be and I have a roof over my head, stuff like that, food to eat. So, I mean, hey, I'm comfortable. But I'm looking at the people that don't have these things. And we need to help some of those that don't have it. They're asking for help. And we live in the luxury way of life, and it's like I got mine, you got yours to get. And that's the type of attitude we'll take with our homeless population. And see too, keep in mind, when they got children, and I watch the children, mainly if they old enough to see what's going on, can y'all imagine the shame and the guilt? One week they in this house, the next week and they standing in their house, sleeping on the floors, sleeping on the couch, and then they gotta pack up and move again. This is what a lot of them go through. And then some of the mothers, because mainly if they got a guy they smoking weed with and all that type of stuff. And my thing is, y'all got these dudes coming around, or you giving your smack to, and they know you homeless, they know you struggling, and you alright with that. Oh, that's my boyfriend. What? He ain't helping you, taking care of you, but you know, doing the dates and the things like. And see, when I'm telling y'all, when I talk with certain females, I'll talk to them about that. I'm like, why are you selling yourself short like that? I'll talk to them, and I try to encourage them. If this person ain't there to help you, if they not trying to really help you to move forward, why are you being bothered with this? I love y'all. I'm seriously go, because y'all know I've been to end up being on here for another hour saying I'm gonna go. But I need to change this thing on my feet, and I want to look at the see how I'm healing. So I just appreciate y'all, and I'm getting tired too. So we'll go back to shit. Let's pray for DC, man. I hope don't nothing go crazy. I hope it don't. I'll be back on tomorrow. Y'all know it. But I hope don't nothing go crazy, because I don't think we're gonna like it. I don't think we're gonna like it. You know, because we too close to DC, and a lot of them, if it get kind of rough, they gonna come here. They gonna leave out. So I'm looking at the ones, when I say that's not into the criminal behaviors and all of that. And if they feel like they in a slave man mentality practice, they going to come out of it. But I don't know how, or it's going to be once the National Guards come in. I don't know if it's going to be one of them things where they're going to watch every move you make and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. You know, I don't know. Because this is people that lives in the inner city, go to work and all that too. So pay taxes and all that too. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I just don't know. You know. But I can say this right now. It might cut down towards the homicide or something like that. But if they're going to hustle, they're going to hustle. They'll just do it when they're not around. That's all. And then once they show up, they're going to put it up. And that user going to steal. Because I'm thinking about back in the days. You know, they can't be everywhere. No matter what. The National Guard cannot be everywhere. So believe me, they want to do what they want to do, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. So yeah, I'm out this time. I'm out. Love y'all.